It's your man, Jason One Word, all caps, Cap City. Welcome to the Morning Coffee Swig on IPNX Radio. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Guess who's back? Woo! Steph is back, y'all.
With no voice and all, I'm back, and I'm glad to be back.
We got the whole gang together.
Oh, my God. The band is back together again.
The band is back together. Hey, Steph.
Hey, Jason. Y'all don't understand. We got this weird relationship where when one's gone, we're just like, okay.
Where the other one at?
Yeah, we need the other one.
Good to see you. I'm glad you made it back. You had a good time. Like, I didn't really tell the folks what you was doing. I kind of, somebody I got called out and said, well, she don't want people to know what she doing. I was like, I didn't. I don't think I said anything wrong, but. So,
what you say, Jason?
The first day he was gone. No, second day he was gone. Was it first day? Maybe second day. Maybe it was. Yeah, it was first day and it was second time I made a statement. I said, Steph, I think Steph on a girls trip. They said, well, she don't want people to know she on a girl trip. I said, but if they follow her on social media, they gonna find out where she at.
Well, when I come back, yes. I couldn't do it while I was away. Cause I'm sure you sick of that one of me too. But I'd be kind of nervous if I'm not packing the steel. So if I'm not packing,
yeah, you'll just tell everybody where you at.
Yeah, you can't tell everybody where you at.
I agree.
And then you got videos and pictures and all of that.
We need to say that clearer. What she's trying to say, she said that y'all be telling people the minute y'all gone, y'all check in the airport. Mm-hmm. Y'all say I'm in the air. Y'all say I done landed. Y'all say how long y'all gonna be gone. All you doing is giving the blueprint to go ahead and kick these doors in over here.
And you know what? It's been plenty of women that came up missing. Or something happened to them, or you know what I'm saying, your whole trip can get ruined just by somebody trying it unsuccessfully, but trying it. A lot could be ruined, and it's very traumatizing. I don't want to have to go through that situation.
There's a couple of safety rules that we get so comfortable. Another thing is y'all stop putting home in your GPS.
No.
Don't put home on your GPS and put your home address. People steal cars, or when you get in valet, they'll just look at it and write down your address.
Go and get the rest of the stuff and have that in your car.
I'm trying to tell you. So certain things you can do you ain't even really thinking about. Just give you.
Maybe we do need to talk about that a little later in the show. I think it's very important because I watched some girls, and I was looking at them. I'm like, I know everything about them just by that right there. You know, one of them's goofy. The other one's not even paying attention, just aloof, not even paying attention to what's going on around them. There's two guys over there to the left of them scoping. Mind you, I'm belligerent, but I ain't stupid. I see two guys scoping them two. They plotting against them two. They don't know. They accepting drinks from whole nother guy. They on their phone. They snapping. I just hope they was okay.
You like, I'm looking at y'all. I'm having drinks and see that y'all look like some food right now.
Critical thinking.
Critical thinking. We've talked about this already.
Numerous of times. I turn around and look, I'm like, that doesn't look good. Mind my business.
So overall, you had a good trip, though?
Overall, I had a great, Vegas don't owe me nothing. Only person owed me is the airport. Water was $8. Truth, is it?
Truth. They definitely owe you something.
Definitely owe me something.
Bring me the change. Something.
They didn't give me my change. I was like, wait, huh?
Wait, I gave you a whole 10. Why I got $1.38 in?
Right. I was like,
all right. Well, glad you are back, and it was kind of slow news except for yesterday. We can talk about that, but I need to follow up on the people we told y'all about the. Let's get into a swig of news. Okay. I told them about something yesterday. I told them about the racism being alive.
Permit Patty?
ATL. Not that.
Okay.
It happened here. And we done, boy, I'll follow up on it.
It's two of them. Which one?
The pool party. They got Summer Splash got shut down. And then there was racist comments, but it made it all the way to the news yesterday, y'all.
CNN?
Made it to the news. We're trying to get it on Shade Room, but made it to local news.
Wow.
We done called all their jobs. I talked to 2 jobs yesterday.
Oh.
Sending professional organizations, getting them pulled off professional organizations, doing it real professional.
I wanted to open today with that kind of news today.
Let's get into it.
Unfortunately, we're going to jump right into the Swig of news. Okay, so on last week, this doctor, she happens to be a minority, lives in Buckhead, lives in at least a $1 million home. She pulls up to her home, and there is this gentleman who seems to be more Arabian. They have not identified his actual nationality. Now, he stops at the gate, and at this time, when he stops at the gate, her car is behind his. He stops at the gate, waits a couple of minutes. She's like, okay, is everything okay? Like, you need help and assistance, da-da-da. And he told her she doesn't belong here. I had to pause so that we can understand each other. She doesn't belong here. And then he proceeded to sit there, and mind you, she's going home. So she could easily click the garage, but that's too easy. So she's like, sir, could you please move your car? I'm just trying to go home. You don't live here. You need to leave. It's people like you that are coming into our community and making our community disgusting. Come to find out. And then he called the police on her to tell the police to escort her off of the premises. This is like a cul-de-sac type environment, right?
So the guy, this is an Indian guy.
Yeah.
And this lady is what?
She's black. She's definitely a minority. Police came. She showed him her license, the keys, everything that he would possibly need to let him know. And he's like, sir, like, you got to move. Like, first of all, you don't even live here.
Wait, he don't live there? Wait a minute. He don't live in the neighborhood.
He didn't live there. He owned a property there. But he was saying that his tenants had said, oh, well, it's been break-ins. The property management, they did a search. No break-ins. Not one break-in has occurred in those $1 million homes, first of all. It's 2 sets of gates you're going to have to go through anyway. So let's be very clear. There's no such thing as a break-in unless it's somebody that's working around, in contracts.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then they say, 1, he doesn't live there. 2, he lied about the break-ins. 3, he told her she doesn't belong. 4, he literally stopped her from going into her own house. Mind you, when the police got there, he seen all her stuff. Then she clicked the garage, and the garage she stayed 1 house past the little gate.
She let it go down like click.
And it was 1 house past the gate.
It's my house. Clown.
That's my house. But she sat there for 30 minutes. And as a woman...
To let him go through this
But
whole
this
thing.
is my thing with that. Just like we just said a few minutes ago, it's so many different precautions that you need to take. 1 or 2 things could have happened. The cop could have came and she could have went to jail.
Yeah.
For being so irate at the situation being just stupid as hell. Because I would have been trying to get him to go to jail. Take him now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm
definitely. And 2, the guy could have shot her for you stand your ground.
True.
He could have killed her.
He definitely could have.
And would have said that she posed a threat because he was telling the police that she is a threat. Her very essence
so
of
it's
being
very good that she didn't bug out.
She cried so bad on the news.
Did she?
She cried so bad. And I'm only talking about it now because it happened to me yesterday.
It happened to you too?
Yes. I'm coming from the airport and I needed a taxi cab because my phone is dead at this point.
So you can't
and
get an Uber.
I come straight. I couldn't get an Uber. So you see, I love you, Jason. That's critical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Why else wouldn't I be in an Uber? Because my phone is dead. I'm coming straight from the airport. I'm going straight out the door. Take me home.
Correct.
Okay. I get in the Uber. I get in the cab. Which would be $10 more than what I would have paid for Uber, just so we're on the same page, guys that's listening. So I get in the cab, and going up my hill, your phone will cut out. And then once you get up the hill and it settles, it comes back in. It's not anything to worry about, but it happens. So this was all within a matter of seconds. So we get up the hill. He pulls out a square thing, pops it in his phone, and then he says that's how I need to pay him through that. I'm thinking to my like, okay, your phone is not going to get any service right now because mine don't have any service. So I'm holding my phone near the window anyway, so when he pressed the gate, I can let us in. I can buzz us in. Okay, so he popped the thing out, he swiped it. Okay, it says declined. Me and him both know it ain't going to decline because I'm insufficient. So I said, you know what? I said, we have to try it again, but you need to, hold the phone to the window a little bit so that you can get a little bit more service. I said, my phone is down too. If you can see, like, my phone is down too. I'm very calm. My phone is down too. It does that when we come up the hill. It'll click on in a minute. Instead of him doing all that, he shut off. He's like, what are you trying to do? You wasting my time. I said, no. I said, no, calm down. Mind you, de-escalation technique 101, critical thinking 101. Mm-hmm. Calm down. And so I immediately, I say, listen, well, let me try to find some cash. So I got like $15 in cash. The total was $19.50. Mm-hmm. So I gave him $15 in cash. I was just like, sir, like, this is what I have in cash. If your phone doesn't come back on right now, this is what I have in cash. We got two options here. You could be short $4, or you could put your damn phone near the window and you can get
get all your money.
Get all your $19.50. So finally, I got my phone to the window. I log in with my arm hanging out the window. I log in and I show him the account, and he's like, but it's declining. I said, it's declining because your phone does not have service for me to swipe. If you had a car swipe or a better sense of, accepting money right now, so this doesn't happen, you will be fine. And then he makes a comment, black people, some. And I immediately, I got so frustrated. I was just like, but don't do it. So I said, excuse me? And he says, you black people, you always something. And I said, no, say what you're saying so I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah, say it.
He said, you black people always want to put up a fight. I said,
and what was this guy?
Said, what?
The driver, what was he?
He was, first of all, let's be very clear, he was blacker than me.
What? He
was Indian or Albanian.
But
darker than me. Completely darker than me. So I said, sir, de-escalation 101, I'm still a customer, first of all. Second of all, I'm very offended at your comment.
And you're being very nice.
I said, and not to mention, you came over here.
Yeah. You came to me.
If black people are that hostile here, go home.
Go somewhere else.
If we're that hostile.
And you in Atlanta.
Ain't no black people over there where in your country. Go home. If it's that. I said, otherwise you will have to learn how to deal with minorities, and you live in a city that is predominantly minority. I got to that too. I said, and furthermore, when something happens in your community, it happens in my community. We help your community. You will have to deal with me and those like me. I said, I'm being nice, but I think your comment needs to be retraced at this point because you have it all wrong. I said, I'm not fighting against you. You're actually fighting against me. Now, you still choose to put your phone in your pocket, and I asked you to hold it by the window. So I got 15. Now, this is $14.75. I said, at this point, that's all I got.
It's all you gonna get.
It's all you gonna get.
You sitting in the car the whole time?
Yeah, I'm sitting in the car. He like, get out of my car. Get out of my car.
He lucky.
Trust me, I want to get out of your car. I want to get out of your car. Yeah, so I understood what she felt in that very moment because it could have went bad, very bad. It could have went very bad. My temper shot to the roof. But something that's been changing along more than motivational starter pack.
Yeah, because I'm listening to this. I was like, when is Steph gonna pop off? This is not.
I'm able to talk about it today because I told him when I was getting out the car, get my stuff. I said, boy, this could have went so wrong. I said, you lucky I got shit to do. I said, because you were going to jail and I was too.
and you couldn't have. He was in front of your house too, right?
Well, no, we was in front of the gate. I didn't let him go. We didn't go through the gate. I didn't give him the code or anything like that. Good. But I did kept asking him, could you please just swipe the card again? Because I really want to give you all your money. Like, I ain't here to play with you. I don't care nothing about nothing. I want you to have your $19.50.
Your money.
Yeah, you came to pick me up. You didn't come to pick me up. You were sitting outside waiting for a person to jump in your cab. But either way it go,
But you know what? The other thing is, he could have refused you then. If he think is a problem with black people so much, he was gonna take your money and smile. He could have refused you.
He could have.
Like, I got a fare. Whatever, make it up.
I mean, I got 3 different Louis Vuitton luggages.
You in Atlanta?
I got all kind of stuff in the car. I mean, this is my personal stuff. ain't no scam or run the card again, sir. Look at the account. If I held mine by the window, if you hold yours by the window, I promise you get the same thing. He refused to do that. So it was pretty awkward, definitely weird. It was an experience that I had to tell you guys about because I didn't want to keep it inside. If I tell my family, they're going to be equally as upset, but they're going to keep talking about it. I don't want to keep talking about it. I just wanted to kind of get it out. So I'm telling you guys because I feel like you family.
Steph, they listening to you.
I know. And other gay news, since it's Pride Month, yeah, Steph is back. Guess what, y'all? Erykah Badu is shooting her shot at Janelle Monáe, and it is hilarious. Check it. So Janelle Monáe and Erykah Badu, they obviously seen each other, right? And due to the fact that it's Pride Month, you know, so Erykah Badu take to Instagram and she says it's Happy Pride, Janelle Monáe. She said she tweeted and said something like, I wasn't your type. I'm looking for it now, you guys, but I gotta like brush the story. But she said, I'm sorry, I'm not your type. And Janelle Monáe said, well, since we being honest here, you were one of my first crushes.
Jesus.
She said, I thought you knew love you, thank you, Happy Pride. Mind you, a lot of people don't know that Erykah Badu is pretty much pansexual, the same as Janelle Monáe. And Janelle Monáe is very open and very vocal about her sexuality. She basically, for those of you that don't know what pansexual is, it just means that you're very open to any being. Yeah, if you're alive and you're pumping and you're human, sex is an option. So yeah. This is what she said. Happy Pride, 20 and all the gays. Love you, Janelle Monáe, because the booty don't lie, my ass. And then that's how it went on. I guess I wasn't your type. And, you know, because what you could have said something when I seen you, but what you didn't say lets me know I wasn't your type. And Janelle Monáe was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot. You shot your shot, now let me shoot mine. You been my crush. What's up?
Oh my God.
Come holler at me, Erykah Badu.
This is wild.
Don't be mad because Erykah Badu is about to shoot her shot at Janelle Monáe. And Janelle, all we gotta say to that is be very careful because everything that stepped towards Erykah Badu comes back brand new. All right, that's your Swig of News for this morning from your girl Steph. Keep it locked because we got that morning motivational starter pack and the word of the day.
Badu.
Baduism. Oh,
do 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 do. Yay. Yeah, yeah. Tell me, fellas, have you seen her? It was about 5 minutes ago when I seen the hottest chick that a youngin' never seen before. I said, yo, tell the girls I wanna meet her. On second thought, that ain't the way to go. I gotta give her game proper, spit it so she get it. There she is, I gotta stop her. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time, she's out the door, I gotta go for mine. I think I'll say yeah.
I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss.
Oh yeah. And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me want to say yeah.
I know you're trying to leave, but excuse me, miss. I saved the last dance for you.
How I love to keep you here with me, yo baby. Now so they grab hold of my hand and let's pretend the flow is ours. You say you don't really dance.
Don't worry about it, we just 1-2 step, 1-2 step.
Now if the music is moving too fast, grab my hand a little tighter. Don't be afraid to move a little closer. Girl, there's something about you that makes me wanna say yeah.
I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss.
Ooh.
I saw you from across the room.
And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me want to say yeah.
I know you're trying to leave, but excuse me, miss. I saved the last dance for you.
How I love to keep you here with me,
excuse me, miss, I saved the last dance for you.
How I love to keep you here with me, yo baby. I wanna be where you are. Ain't nothing wrong with dancing. Baby, it's so romantic. Baby, I can be in your heart. So many things I wanna tell you. I think that I should start by saying, hey,
Don't know your name, but excuse me, miss.
oh yeah. I gotta give her game proper. Spit it so she get it. There she is, I gotta stop her. Oh
I know
yeah.
you're tryna leave, but excuse me, miss, I saved the last dance for you.
I would love to keep you here with me, yo baby.
Everybody just clap your hands like this. Just clap your hands like this. And if your shorty's in the house tonight, just grab her by the hand, homie, make her understand. Y'all was made to dance like this. Y'all was made to bounce like this. Just let her know she was made for you, and you wanna do everything she want to, man. Woo.
Another woman that can take your spot, my.
If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful, would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents my heart, but there's just one thing I need from you.
Say I do. Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love.
So don't give away.
My love,
So don't give away.
my love.
So don't give away.
Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love.
So don't give away.
My love,
So don't give away.
my love.
So don't give away.
Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love.
Now if I wrote you a love note and made you smile at every word I wrote, would that make you wanna change your scene and wanna be the one on my team? See, what's the point in waiting anymore? 'Cause girl, I've never been more sure it's you. This ring here represents my heart and everything that you've been waiting for.
Just say I do. Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, wanna make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love.
So don't give away.
My love,
So don't give away.
my love.
So don't give away.
Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love.
So don't give away.
My love,
So don't give away.
my love.
So don't give away.
Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love.
Alright, it's time to hit it, Jay-Z. I don't know what she hesitating for, man.
Hey, Shawty cool as a fan on the news once again, but he still has fan from Peru to Japan. Listen, baby, I don't wanna ruin your plan, but if you got a man, try to lose him if you can. Cause the girls real wild, throw their hands up high when they wanna come and kick it with a stand-up guy. And you don't really wanna let the chance go by, cause you ain't been seen with a man so fly. Baby friend so fly, I can't go fly. Private private cause I handle my B.I. They call me Candle Guy, simply cause I am on fire. I hate to have to cancel my vacation, so you can't deny. I'm patient, but I ain't gon' try. You don't come, I ain't gon' die. Hold up, what you mean you can't go wide? Me and your boyfriend, we ain't no tie. You say you wanna kick it when I ain't so high. Well, baby, it's obvious that I ain't your guy. I ain't gon' lie, I feel your space. Don't forget your face, I swear I will. St. Bart, St. Bullet, anywhere I chill. Just bring with me a pair, I will.
I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. My love, my love. Ain't no love that woman that can take your spot, my love. My love, my love. Ain't no love that woman that can take your spot, my love.
Hey man, you already know what it is. You dealing with the morning coffee swig. Steph is back, baby.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to be back.
2006. Isn't that 2006 playlist? That song you was about to play. Let's go ahead. I love that.
I like both of them.
Right here. IBX Radio. JC. You know this morning coffee swig.
Little mama, you know you thick as hell, know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you know, after the club, you know what I'm talking about, me and my gonna be together, know what I'm saying? I ain't even worried about them really though, I'm just looking at you. I mean, you know, you got them big hips, God.
Got the body of a goddess, got eyes but a pink and brown. I see you, girl. She coming down from the ceiling. Yeah, she know what she doing. She doing the right thing. Need to get her over to my crib and do that night thing. Cause I'm in love with a dancer. She poppin', she rollin', she rollin'. She climbing that pole and I'm in love with a dancer. She trippin', she playin', she playin'. I'm not going nowhere, girl, I'm stayin'. I'm in love with a dancer. She poppin', she rollin', she rollin'. She climbing that pole and I'm in love with a dancer. She trippin', she playin', she playin'. I'm not going nowhere, girl, I'm stayin'. I'm in love with a dancer.
She's every man's dream, she's God's gift to earth. Women, they love them too, that's what you call a woman's worth. See, I love all the street because they show me love. They know I never pay, it's free whenever I hit the club. But I can't even lie, the girls in here so fly. She sliding up and down that pole, got me mesmerized. My Jones don't never trick, but damn she thick. I can't lie, I must admit.
I'm in love with a dancer. She poppin', she rollin', she rollin'. She climbing that pole and I'm in love with a dancer. She trippin', she playin', she playin'. I'm not going nowhere, girl, I'm stayin'. I'm in love with a dancer. She poppin', she rollin', she rollin'. She climbing that pole and I'm in love with a dancer. She trippin', she playin', she playin'. I'm not going nowhere, girl, I'm stayin'. I'm in love with a dancer. Out of all the girls, she be the hottest. Liking the way she break it down, I see you, girl. And she looking at me. Yeah, she got my attention. Did I forget to mention? I need to get her over to my crib and do that night thing. Cause I'm in love with a dancer. She poppin', she rollin', she rollin'. She climbing that pole and I'm in love with a dancer. She trippin', she playin', she playin'. I'm not going nowhere, girl, I'm stayin'. I'm in love with a dancer. She poppin', she rollin', she rollin'. She climbing that pole and I'm in love with a dancer. She trippin', she playin', she playin'. I'm not going nowhere, girl, I'm stayin'. I'm in love sexy girl. She don't know what she is doing. Yeah, she turning on me. She don't even know me. But I done got her over to my crib to do that night thing. Cause I'm in love with a dancer. She poppin', she rollin', she rollin'. She climbing that pole and I'm in love with a dancer. She trippin', she playin', she playin'. I'm not going nowhere, girl, I'm stayin'. I'm in love with a dancer. She poppin', she rollin', she rollin'. She climbing that pole and I'm in love with a dancer. She trippin', she playin', she playin'. I'm not going nowhere, girl, I'm stayin'. I'm in love with a dancer. She poppin', she rollin', she rollin'. She climbing that pole and I'm in love with a dancer. She trippin', she playin', she playin'. I'm not going nowhere, girl, I'm stayin'. I'm in love with a dancer. She poppin', she rollin', she rollin'. She climbing that pole and I'm in love with a dancer. She trippin', she playin', she
What you know about that? What you know about that? What you know about that? Hey, don't you know I got kids? I'm free when I church out the church band. Do it now, sad. Where I'm holding all the work, yeah. What you know about that? What you know about that? What you know about that? Hey, I know all about that. Know that I on the low where the cheese at. Fresh out the jet to the jets where the cheese at. What you know about that? What you know about that? Hey, what you know about that? Hey, I know all about that. See me in your city, pretty, know I'm shining dog. Riding with a couple Latin bras and a China dog. Hey, you know how we ball. Right in the shiny car. Walk in designer mall. But everything you saw, you know about me, dog. Don't talk about me, dog. And if you doubt me, dog, you better out me, dog. I'm throwed off slightly, bro. Don't wanna fight me, bro. I'm fast as lightning, bro. You better use your Nikes, bro. You know you don't like me, cuz your people's like me, cuz she see me on the dubs in front of every club. I be on the buzz, gave every hoop a hug. Don't show me mugs, cause you don't know I got kids. I'm free when I church out the church band. Do it now, sad. Where I'm holding all the work, yeah. What you know about that? What you know about that? What you know about that? Hey, I know all about that. Know that I on the low where the cheese at. Fresh out the jet to the jets where the cheese at. What you know about that? What you know about that? Hey, what you know about this here, man? I know all about that. Candy on the 6-fold, leather guts and fishbowl. 50 on the pinky ring just to make my fist glow. Yeah, get low because I get dough. So what? I'm rich, but still I'm full of kick though. What you talking shit for? And gotta run and hit folk. How you were yelling? I thought you pull out a gun and hit folk. But you's a scary dude. Believe by very few. Just keep it very cool. Or we will bury you. See all that attitude's unnecessary, dude. Cause you never carry. He's not even sweary cute. You got these people fooled who see you on it too. Whatever try to crew, they see you on the news. Hey, church out the church bag. Do it now, sad. Where I'm holding all the work. What you know about that? What you know about that? What you know about that? Hey, I know all about that. Know that I on the low where the cheese at. Fresh out the jet to the jets where the cheese at. What you know about that? What you know about that? I'm talking to you, homie. I know all about that. Fresh out the jet to the block, burn the rubber with the top pop. Pop the bus, tell them stop and make the block guy. Your label got cause you are not high. I got the top spot, and it will not stop. Video and that, we bustin' to the stop. Drag out that Bentley coupe and take it to the chop shop. Partner, we not, y'all. If it may pop off, I'll answer the question, will I get your block knocked off? It what it is, bro. Look out with Kia, bro. I'm in your hood. If you a gangster, what you here for? Somebody better get, bro, before he gets sent for. Say you wanna squash it, what you still talking? Know I got when I church out the church band. Do it now, sad. Where I'm holding all the work, yeah. What you know about that? What you know about that? What you know about that? Hey, I know all about that. Know that I on the low where the cheese at. Fresh out the jet to the jets where the cheese at. What you know about that? What you know
wanna work that.
Know about that? What you know about that? What you know about that? I know all about that.
Wake up, everybody.
I know all about that. Hey, man. That's that 2006 playlist we playing in 2006. We really in. I'm enjoying it. Welcome back to the Morning Coffee Suite.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're on a road trip this morning or you're on your way to the job this morning, I'm sure you are rolling with this playlist this morning.
That's what we tend to do.
Shout out to David, though.
Yeah, Dave. Sometimes we let Dave go ahead and surprise us.
And then you hear that, so you know it's jamming at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so hey, man, a lot of words swimming around. We want people to do better with their words. So since we do that and we talk for a living, we give you the word of the day. So let's get into it right now. The word of the day. The word of the day today is kaput. Kaput. K-A-P-U-T. Kaput. Utterly finished, defeated, or destroyed. Unable to function. Useless. Hopelessly outmoded. My mama used that word a lot too. She said, man, I'm just kaput today. She said kaput. Kaput. Said it originated with a card game. I'm not gonna get into that, but anyway, using the sentence, sure, there are still top-billed behemoths capable of guaranteeing a strong opening like Dwayne Johnson and Leonardo DiCaprio, but for the most part, the idea of a box office movie star is kaput. The Observer said that May 19, 2018. He just said that. The box office superstar is kaput. Whether a jagged maw of grinning shark teeth or a perpetually surprised oval, the automobile grille serves a very important function. It allows air to flow in, cooling the radiator and generally keeping the engine from overheating and going kaput. You didn't even know that's why you had a grill on your car. Kaput, man. Use kaput in a sentence today. Utterly finished, defeated, or destroyed. Don't ever feel defeated or destroyed, but utterly finished, I understand. That's really tired. Kaput. And that is your word of the day. We want to motivate everybody to use these in a sentence. We uplift you. I feel like that I should be saying that in the rap. But let's get into that, man. Motivate you guys. And speaking of motivation, let's get motivated. Step.
Good morning, everyone. Again, I'm glad to be back to give you guys this morning motivational starter pack. Family and friends, I know many of you are looking for that morning motivational starter pack to get you through this day, productive and ready to take on anything. Well, as I always tell you guys, that deep down inside of you that lives as a hero, someone who wants you to do something great with your life, someone who wants you to inspire other people, someone who wants you to do creative work and who wants you to change the world. You can never be too distracted that you forget who you truly are. And the only person that's stopping you from being and living your most best and greatest life is who? You. Okay, so this morning motivational starter pack is coming from a little bit about, just everything that's going on in the world right now, and the need to stand up for yourself. That's kind of what I just talked about in the beginning when I say, someone who wants you to inspire other people, because you want people to be inspired by something that you do or something that you say or something that you've done in the past that you could be proud of. And you want to, do creative work and you want to be the change that you want to see. And when I say that, I mean that literally, because many times, like the situation that I had on yesterday when, I spoke to a gentleman about being racist against me, but not just that. It was just it was more logical than anything. It's like, okay, sometimes things are set in your way and put in your path for you to learn how to handle situations, not for you to go into that situation and be negligent, because you're not going to learn anything. To always go anything with a negative outlook on it, you're not learning anything. You're not teaching yourself a doggone thing. You're leaving away from that situation very empty, very negative, and your energy level is running down very low on something that could have been, could have taught you something. So I say stand up for yourself. And when I say stand up for yourself, I'm not saying stand up for yourself physically unless it calls for that. I'm saying stand up for yourself on knowledge, being calm, having some patience, Patience is a virtue, but you're going to have patience sometimes to deal with people. I don't like certain things that people do when they walk around me or they talking loud on their phones and stuff like that. But we're in a grocery store. This is not my grocery. This is not Stephanie Tiller's grocery store. So I have to exude patience. I have to exercise my patience and understand the world ain't about me. I got to share it with other human beings. I have to do that. But when I do that and I don't react to certain situations and I leave that situation and I'm sitting to myself and I get calm, that's when I realize I have an immense amount of growth. Then I'm proud of myself. Now I feel like I inspired somebody else, because we can give each other the eyes all day from across the room knowing that we're both aggy or the situation is not good at the time. And if I walk that way and they walk that way, we both know that we're going to feel good at the end of the day. So stand up for yourself mentally. Stand up for yourself, like I say, physically if you have to. I don't ever want to leave that out because I don't ever want to tell nobody to just sit and stand idle while something's being done to you.
Totally turn the other cheek.
No, I'm not that turn the cheek kind of girl. But stand up for yourself in so many positive ways that you have never done before. Use different outlets to find a way to be able to stand up for yourself. If you don't have the confidence, find some confidence, because you're going to need it when you speak to people. People should not feel like they can run all over you and speak to you any kind of way, and you shouldn't let them. You have to be able to not just fight fire with fire, but iron sharpens iron. So you could be dead wrong. I don't have to be loud and belligerent in order to get my point across to you, because the more calm that I am, you're going to take something away from that. Not only were you loud and wrong, but now you're seeing how somebody else can handle a situation. And 9 times out of 10, I have inspired you now to take that situation and the way I handle that into your next situation. That when somebody's loud and wrong with you. So that's my morning motivational starter pack for today. And for those of you that still believe in dreams, I always tell you guys, chase them until you're out of breath, and then keep running and chase them some more, and chase them some more, and chase them some more, until you're out of breath some more, because you ain't dead yet, and you're going to keep going. And if you're scared to do it, do it anyway.
Yeah.
Life comes at us fast. One thing that gives us comfort is knowing that someone is there when you need them. Well, at Pleasant Hills Insurance, that's our promise to our clients. Call 770-910-7460 today, or visit our website at pleasanthillsinsurance.com for your free, no obligations quote on retirement and life insurance. Many of the large agencies have turned their back on the retired workforce. At Pleasant Hills Insurance, if others can't qualify you, very often we can. Pleasant Hills Insurance proudly provides options for preconditions. So call 770-910-7460 or visit pleasanthillsinsurance.com today for your free, no obligations quote on retirement and life insurance. Pleasant Hills Insurance, we're here when you need us.
Yeah. It's time for ATL weather and other random shit. Great morning, Atlanta, and happy Taco Tuesday. I want to marry them. That's, you know what, on the Random City, I want that song. I'm joking. We talk about it later. Anyway, great morning, Atlanta. Happy Taco Tuesday. Today, we start off partly sunny. Partly sunny. I told you we don't do partly cloudy around here. Not in Atlanta. We do it in other cities, maybe. But partly sunny today. 70 degrees right now. 70 degrees and warming up really, really fast. Some parts can expect a wet taco. That's right. Get you a wet taco. That's a whole nother conversation. It's going to be a hot, wet taco today, man. Today, a high of 92 degrees with a 40% chance of water today. So keep your tacos dry, ATL. Ladies, don't keep your tacos dry. But we'll talk about it later. Nobody likes a dry taco. Yeah, man. It got the rain came yesterday. Got my good shoes dirty, wet. But I was prepared. Anyway, our random city weather report comes from, y'all ready for this? The city of Twat. The city of Twat. That's right. Your city is TWATT. Welcome to the city of Twat. Make me want to marry them. Get down on my knees and ask them to marry me. Yeah, that's right. The city of Twat. It's going to be a sad Twat today. Mostly cloudy. Today starting off in the low 50s. The low 50s. So it's a sad, cold twat. No, man, nobody likes a sad, cold twat. Twat, the city of Twat. It's a real city, man. T-W-A-T-T. It's in Scotland. The city of Twat. A high of only 63 today, so cover up Twat. That's right, you gotta cover up your... Never mind. I ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time on that today, but that is your ATL weather and random city report. What we gonna talk about today? Get ready for this coffee talk, man. It's as you see in the stories, we can't ignore it. You know, Top Swig is gonna talk about what T.I. had to say when we bring that back, and we talked about what happened with the Brander Mill Village, or whatever the name of the city is, that town in Woodstock. I mean the neighborhood in Woodstock with Summer Splash. We talked about that, and we'll follow up some more about that story. And just these things are happening back to back to back. And there was some comments made, which I'm gonna talk about in my edge, but there were some comments made on the page that just can't let go. But the thing is, so what we're talking about today is how to properly combat racism. Because, you know, we have tons of examples, and then it's people marching all over the place, and I don't really think that's the answer. But, you know, I'm not always right. But how to properly combat racism, when to fight, and is it all racism? Those are the questions today. Those are the statements and questions. How to properly combat racism, when to fight, and is it all racism? That's what we're talking about today. That's what we'll get through in our coffee talk, because we talked about playing the race card and not to do it too much. But now we're going to get on the other side of it, and when it is racism, when it really is that, there's a way to handle it. There's a way to handle it. We got enough tools that we can handle it in a couple different ways, and we'll get into that today. And I'm very interested to hear your feedback and some stories. I want y'all to give me some, because Steph just gave a story, and I've given some stories. Y'all give us some stories when you have, it's blatant. I don't want none of those. Well, man, they just don't like black people. I hate them kind of stories. That's not real. I want where you know it's blatant, it's real, and I want to hear about it. So y'all can give us a call. 678-944-SWIG. That's 678-944-7944. Y'all should save this number in your phone, because people are like, man, I ain't hear the number. You listen every day and you don't know the number. I want you, go ahead, save it in your phone under Morning Coffee Swig. 678-944-7944. Just save it in your phone. It's saved in my phone. We'll save it in yours. So we will take a break, and we'll be back. It's almost time for Your Word is Late.
Money maker, like somebody about to pay you. I see you on my radar, don't you act like you afraid of shit.
You know I got it, if you wanna come get it, stand next to this money like, hey, hey, hey.
Shake your money maker, like somebody about to pay you. Don't worry about them haters, keep your nose up in the air.
You know I got it, if you wanna come get it, stand next to this money like, hey, hey, hey. Shake, shake, shake your money maker, like you was shaking it for some paper. Took your mama 9 months to make, yeah. Might as well shake what your mama gave, yeah. You looking good in them jeans. I bet you look even better with me in between. I keep my mind on my money on my mind. But you's a hell of a distraction when you shake your behind. I got J.O. up on my right side, pouring some cups. My whole hood is to my left and they ain't giving a f. So feel free to get loose and get carried away. So by tomorrow you forgot what you were saying today. But don't forget about this feeling that I'm making you get, and all the calories you burn from me making you sweat. The mile high points you earn when we taking my jet. And how everywhere you turn, I be making you, if you can.
Shake your money maker, like somebody about to pay you. I see you on my radar, don't you act like you afraid of shit.
You know I got it, if you wanna come get it, stand next to this money like, hey, hey, hey.
Shake your money maker, like somebody about to pay you. Don't worry about them haters, keep your nose up in the air.
You know I got it, if you wanna come get it, stand next to this money like, hey, hey, hey. it from right to left and switch it till you're running right out of breath. And take a break until you're ready again. And you can invite over as many friends as you want to, but I really want you. Just be thankful that Pharrell gave you something to bump to. Hey, Luda, I'm at the top of my game. You want my hands from the bottom to the top of your frame. And I just wanna take a little ride on your curves and get it right at giving your body just what it deserves. And let me give you some swimming lessons on the backstroke, breaststroke, stroke of a genius. Yep, call me the Renaissance man. Get up and I stay in a center block, man. Hey, I'm just a bedroom gangster, and I've been meaning to tell you that I really must thank you when you
shake your money maker like somebody about to pay you. I see you on my radar, don't you act like you afraid of shit.
You know I got it. If you wanna come get it, stand next to this money like hey, hey, hey.
Shake your money maker like somebody about to pay you. Don't worry about them haters, keep your nose up in the air.
You know I got it. If you wanna come get it, stand next to this money like hey, hey, hey. Rock it and make it work, girl. Please don't stop it until it hurt, girl. You been looking a little tipsy, so if you could just shake it a little this way. See, I'm a member of the BBC, the original breadwinner of DTP, and you the center of attention that's distracting the squad. Cause everybody in the camp is like, oh my God, she could
shake your money maker like somebody about to pay you. I see you on my radar, don't you act like you afraid of shit.
You know I got it. If you wanna come get it, stand next to this money like hey, hey, hey.
Shake your money maker like somebody about to pay you. Don't worry about them haters, keep your nose up in the air.
You know I got it. If you wanna come get it, stand next to this money like hey, hey, hey.
it does make me crazy, man. It's 8 o'clock, and you ain't made it into work, so your
Ass is late.
If you laying in the bed right now listening to us, I appreciate you, but guess what? Your ass is late. You've been thinking about making it to work, and y'all ain't heard me and Steph say this together in a couple of days, so your ass is late. Your ass is late. Your ass is late. You should have made it in the work. Thinking your ass is late. And it's Taco Tuesday. Your ass is late. You're gonna have a with taco. Your ass is late. I give you weather in the twat, man. Your ass is late. You thinking I'm so crazy, man. Your ass is late. You trying to make it in the work, baby. Your ass is late. You don't like my rooster sound, man. Your ass is late. It's getting hot in the room now. Your ass is late. You gotta take off your shirt now. Your ass is late. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? I said take off your ass is late. I think your ass is late. Said your ass is late. New rendition
of
your ass is late. I ain't had no organs in a little while.
I ain't had no organs in a little while.
You've been thinking
you've been thinking
that being late was the thing to do.
Being late was the thing to do.
That ain't the thing to do.
Oh, not a thing, not a thing.
It's the summertime. You gonna need them coins.
Summertime.
So don't lose your job.
Don't do.
Now the question is, were you out last night too late? Because the liquor was flowing.
The liquor was flowing.
And now you got to deal with it.
Now you got to deal.
From us to you,
From
your ass is late. Girl, you crazy.
We missed you, Steph.
Yeah, you needed that. We needed that. Welcome back. Craziness going on. No new albums came out. It's time to usually no new albums came out.
But the best album that I feel like is out right now, not just Everything Is Love, but because Everything Is Love with Jay and Beyonce. Y'all know that guys are Everything Is Love. However, Tiana Taylor's album.
Work this.
I've only gotten to number 5 and I'm in.
Yeah, she's super nasty on it and everything.
I'm
number 5. Oh, you ain't got the 3-way yet.
Yeah, I did. Okay, well, I'm past number 5 then because I got the 3-way. I had to listen to it twice to even get an understanding as to 1 + 1 + 1 maybe.
She ain't talking about no phone call.
I thought.
She said get
at
up
first,
in these ribs.
it was, and then she said that, and then it was like, okay, and then I had to rewind, and then, those things. But if you get a chance to listen to Tiana Taylor's new album, it is nice, very nice and nice, nasty, if you will.
Yeah, usually we would talk about that. It's Tuesday, so today is album day. If you had a chance to listen to that one or Gunplay album is out. That's my boy. But I ain't even I haven't had a chance to digest Gunplay album yet. I'm still on that J-Rock.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still on that J-Rock.
J-Rock had
and I'm still on the Kanye Lucky Sevens. All of these. All through the Kanye Lucky Sevens. Now, Tiana got 8 songs on the album, so it broke the chain. But the first one is like an intro, so it's not really a song, but it's still 8 on there. So, nonetheless.
I like her range. Let's be very clear. She has a Monica-esque kind of voice. So it's very like raspy and just kind of a little deep and sultry. I think it's very sultry. Her voice is just naturally sultry, so she can sing about anything. It may sound sexual.
Yes, and everything sounds. You are right about that. So let's get into it.
I can't wait to see her perform one of these songs.
What you said?
Especially number 8. WTP, I can't wait. Anyway, we're going to take a little break. We'll be back, man. 2006. We'll be back. We got The Edge coming and some other things right here on I'll Be Next Radio.
How you doing, young lady? The feeling that you're giving really drives me crazy.
You don't have a play about the choke. I was at a loss for word first time that we spoke.
You're looking for a girl that'll treat you right. You're looking for in the daytime with a light.
You might be the type if I play my cards right. I'll find out by the end of the night.
You expect me to just let you hit it, but will you still respect me if you get it?
All I can do is try, give me one chance. What's the problem? I don't see the ring on your hand. I'll be the first to admit. I'm curious about you. You seem so innocent.
You wanna get in my world, get lost in it. Boy, I'm tired of running. Let's walk for a minute.
Promiscuous girl, whatever you are, I'm all alone, and it's you that I want.
Promiscuous boy, you already know that I'm all yours. What you waiting for?
Promiscuous girl, you teasing me. You know what I want, and I got what you need.
Promiscuous boy, let's get to the point, 'cause we on the road. You ready? Roses are red, some diamonds are blue. Chivalry is dead, but you're still kinda cute.
Hey, I can't keep my mind off you. Where you at? Do you mind if I come through?
I'm out of this world, come with me to my planet. Get you on my level, do you think that you could handle it?
They call me Thomas, last name Crown. Recognize gang, I'ma lay mine down.
I'm a big girl, I can handle myself. But if I get lonely, I'ma need your help. Pay attention to me, I don't talk for my health.
I want you on my team.
So does everybody else.
Baby, we can keep it on the low. Let your guards down, ain't nobody gotta know. If you were the girl, I know a place we can go.
What kind of girl do you take me for?
Promiscuous girl, whatever you are, I'm all alone, and it's you that I want.
Promiscuous boy, you already know that I'm all yours. What you waiting for?
Promiscuous girl, you teasing me. You know what I want, and I got what you need.
Promiscuous boy, let's get to the point, 'cause we on the road. You ready?
Don't be mad, don't get me.
Don't get mad, don't be mean.
Hey, don't be mad, don't get me.
Don't get mad, don't be mean.
Wait, I don't mean no harm. I can see you with my t-shirt on.
I can see you with nothing on. Feeling on me before you bring that on.
Bring that home.
You know what I mean.
Girl, I'm a freak, you shouldn't say those things.
I'm only trying to get inside of your brain and see if you can work me the way you say.
It's okay, it's alright. I got something that you gon' like.
Is it the truth or are you talking trash? She game MVP like Steve Nash.
Promiscuous girl, whatever you are, I'm all alone, and it's you that I want.
Promiscuous boy, I'm calling your name, but you're driving me crazy the way you're making me wait.
Promiscuous girl, you teasing me. You know what I want, and I got what you need.
Promiscuous boy, we're one and the same, so we don't gotta play games no
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. The mother boys don't know how to act. Yeah. I think it's special what's behind your back. Yeah. So turn around and I'll pick up the slack. Yeah. Take up to the bridge. Dirty babe. You see these shackles, baby, I'm your slave. I'll let you whip me if I misbehave. It's just that no one makes me feel this way.
Take it to the chorus.
Come here, girl.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Come to the back.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
VIP.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Drinks on me.
Go ahead, be
Let me see
gone
what
with
you're
it.
twerking with.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Look at those hips.
Go ahead, be gone with
You
it.
make me smile.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Go ahead, child.
Go
Get your sexy on.
I'm bringing sexy back. The motherfucker don't know how to act. Girl, let me make up for the things you lack. Cause you're burning up, I gotta get it fast. Listen. Dirty babe, you see these shackles, baby, I'm your slave. I'll let you whip me if I misbehave. It's just that no one makes me feel this way.
Take it to the chorus. Come here, girl.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Come to the back.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
VIP.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Drinks on me.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Working with.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Look at those hips.
Go ahead, be gone with
You
it.
make me smile.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Go ahead, child.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
You ready? You ready? You ready? Yeah. I'm bringing sexy back. Your mother, watch your eye attack. If that's your girl, better watch your back. Cause she'll burn it up for me, and that's a fact.
Take it to the chorus. Come here, girl.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Come to the back.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
VIP.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Drinks on me.
Go ahead, be gone with
What
it.
you twerking with?
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Look at those hips.
Go ahead, be gone with
You
it.
make me smile.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Go ahead, child.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy up.
You ready? Yes. You ready? Yes. Yes.
Touch it, bring it,
Hey, yo,
pay
sis,
it,
I don't think
watch
they ready
it,
for
turn
this.
it, leave it, start formatted. Touch it, bring it, pay it,
Hey, yo,
watch
let me
it,
take
turn
their
it,
ass back
leave
to
it,
the
start
club real quick.
formatted. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start formatted. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start formatted. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start formatted. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start formatted.
Who be the king of the sound? Bust a bus back to just put a lock on the town. Now them just be coming from miles around. See, they be coming cause they know how to guard
Turn
you
it
down.
up, now you know who holding the throne, so give me the crown. Saluting and trying to give me a pound. I don't really with you niggas, you should get this clowns. Making them shit dip and throw this shit on the ground.
Get low, bus. Now that's the way that it goes. When we up in the spot, the shit be flooded with warm. See, we you make it hot, the chicks that come out they clothes. That's when they get it. Mommy already know I
Turn
suppose.
it up, shorty wildin' and shorty open, she beastin' it out. For the record, just a second, I'm freaking it out. Come on, while she trying to touch it, I was peeping it out. She turned around and was trying to put my dick in the mouth. I let her
touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start formatted. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start formatted. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start formatted. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start formatted.
And as we start again, we ringing the bell. When I come, I be doing it and doing it well. Then I beat up the and be making it swell, trying to hide the smell of the sack, praying on a
turn
Chanel.
it up, then they try to walk with a strut, so no one could tell. Come on, how a nigga got in they butt, made everything jail. Come on, now the chick a wild like a nut, she blowing my cell. Can't get enough of the kid, I put her under my spell.
Get low, bus. Crowded, mommy, move it along. If you know you bout it, then get to removing your thong. To the whip and back of the truck is where you belong. After the yak, to be the type of raunchy this shit they be
Turn
on.
it up, street niggas respect it because my movement is strong. Cause we consistently rapping, see my money is long. All my business is with me, see how they singing the song. Plus how we get in the stick and we be getting along. I let 'em
touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start formatted. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start format it. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start format it. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start format it.
The god of the block, seated on back. Every single time that I drop, it is a rap. For this again, hating the kid, I'm close to the strap, cause all they wanna come talk and sit on my
Turn it
lap.
up. Every time I give you bang, they're knocking your whip. Come on, always do his thing. They're locking the strip. Come on, lot of mommies just dancing and they shaking their hips. After that, they get low, put the thing on their lips. I let them
touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start format it. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start format it. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start format it. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start format it. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start
Turn it up.
format it. Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start
Turn it up.
Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start
Turn it up.
Touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start
Turn it up. Hey. Okay. That's enough of that.
Y'all didn't know I could do that.
I think I might need to take that song. Welcome back to the Morning Coffee Swig. 2006 playlist is rocking. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is 8:17, and it's about that time, man. Around this time, I tell you something I've been thinking about, looking at, feeling, something I've experienced, and boy, do we have experiences going on right now. And this is what has me on the edge. Let's talk about it. So, you know, we talked about the comments that were around the pool party. We talked about the comments that were made on the board and called some organizations, called people's organizations and called their jobs and things of that nature. One of the statements that I saw this morning as we were getting prepared for the show, this guy wrote on a page, he said, "This is quickly becoming old news. Basically, move on. Let it go." And he wasn't talking to me, but I read that, and I instantly got upset about it. Because as a black man, as black people, we hear all the time, get over it. Slavery was 400 years ago, but whatever. You know what I mean? People say, get over it, get past it. If you have never been to the the Human Rights Museum here in Atlanta, make it a point to go. It's only $20 to get in. If you got Bank of America, you can get in free every the first weekend of every month. Show your Bank of America card, you get in for free. So there's no excuse to not go. If you live here, African American, you need to go. Actually, as a person, not even African American, because it's a Human Rights Museum. Just the beginning is about civil rights. But if you walk through there and you read and hear some of these experiences and listen to it and read some of these real thoughts from politicians and leaders in these countries, in these cities, you're like, how we get over that? How do you forget about it? How you sweep it under the rug? Because you can't tell a person. If you've ever seen a video of the water hoses and the dogs attacking people, if you've ever seen any of that, you can't tell me there wasn't a residual psychological effect from those things. What they taught the people that came up under them, how they lived their life going forward. You can't say there ain't no residual effect. That's stupid. Because then if that's the truth, then you don't believe in PTSD. You don't believe in none of this other stuff. Postpartum, all this. You don't believe in none of that. If you saying that psychological stops over there, that's not true. So the phrase "get over it" is crap. Get past it. This is old news. We always gotta forget it. We always gotta be okay with it. And I think that's the reason why these cops so nonchalantly shoot people and they feel like it's okay. Because it's old news. Nobody's like, that's why people feel so good saying, no, it's not just Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. They quick to say that. I don't know why I feel like they sound like that. But that's why they feel comfortable saying these things because we so quick to sweep it under the rug. I encourage y'all not to sweep it under the rug. Now I'm telling you, we're gonna talk about it today. And we've talked about on this show before about always playing a race card. That can't be your first card that you always play and you always up in arms. I ain't saying that. Don't be extra militant about it. Although I probably am. But I'm not saying be extra militant about it. I'm saying apply some of the things we talk about. Critical thinking too. You're going to be able to apply critical thinking to how to, which we'll talk about today. But what had me on the edge is just that. Why we gotta sweep it under the rug? How is it old news? How is that old news? It just happened. It just hit the news last night. So people still sharing it on Facebook today. So it ain't old news. Y'all want to forget about it because it's a black eye. Because now your name been all on the news. He said this, and your Facebook post been highlighted. And they got your name, your Facebook name, and you know. You out the closet. People coming to their defense like they're not racist. I live in the neighborhood. They bring me food to my house and my husband's black. So they're not racist. They accept us. Dog. They don't accept you. They'll tolerate you. And you got to know the difference. And when you being accepted and tolerated, it's a difference. It doesn't just happen for black people. It happens in life. You get tolerated a lot, not just because you get tolerated as a black person, you get tolerated as a man, you get tolerated you get tolerated. You need to recognize when you're being tolerated, and that they like me or they accept me. I'm a friend. You ain't a friend. They just don't want to go to jail for knocking your head off. Right. Don't mean they don't want to. Right. So. Today, this is what got me on the edge. This is how I feel, man. We ain't sweeping it under the rug. I ain't never swept it under the rug. And I don't want you to sweep it under the rug, but we're going to be smart about it, how we go about it. And that's what we'll talk about today, being smart about it. Right here on the Morning Coffee Swig. And that's what got me on the edge. Let's go to a little commercial.
You're listening to IBNX. IBNXradio.com. The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
Hey, what's up? It's Jay-Z.
Hey, I'm Mariah Carey. Hey, it's Katy Perry.
It's your boy T.I.P., man. Get in. It's your boy Sean Kingston.
What's up, y'all? I'm Beyonce.
This is Nicki Minaj, and I'm in the mix with
IBNX Radio.
Down back for your local swig. Good morning, everyone. Each and every morning, we try to give you guys that morning local swig of a local business that we either
have patronized or support ourselves. We want to support these local businesses here in the community. So we talk about it on this segment right here, and it's called The Local Swig. What you got for me, Steph?
So today's local swig is the Sky Lounge. If you've ever been here to Atlanta, Georgia, this is one of those places that you may definitely want to go to, Sky Lounge. It's located in Buckhead. It is a cocktail bar / restaurant / hotel. Sky Lounge. Let's get into some of the specifics of Sky Lounge. So it's very contemporary. Sky Lounge exhibits a contemporary city feel while maintaining a relaxed southern charm. Located atop the very unique Boutique Glen Hotel, this is a one-of-a-kind venue, offers breathtaking views in a location where elegance meets sexy, with a glamorous bar and lounge where guests get to go to see and be seen. It was recently listed in Forbes Travel Guide as one of the 5 rooftop bars in Atlanta to visit. It was also listed on the top 23 best rooftop lounges in the world by ABC.com. Again, this is located at 110 Marietta Street on the 11th floor. That's Atlanta, Georgia 30303. That phone number is going to be 404-521-2250. That is the Sky Lounge right here in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Glen Hotel. They have openings for private events, tours. There's a lot of different happenings that they have going on there. It is definitely an upscale, so you definitely would like to bring your wallet.
Put on a shirt.
And put on the shirt. You got to put on a lot of...
Some shoes.
You got to put on... Yeah, and tuck it in. It is the perfect place to start your night on the town or relax after a dinner cocktail with a view. Order their signature cocktail. It's called the Glentini. It's a delightful concoction of perfectly infused vodka in a cold martini glass. The garnish is a paper-thin slice of cucumber. As one patron describes it, a classic, elegant beverage we've seen traveling through the lounge or hotel dining room. So yeah. This is called the Glentini. So if you go here or go to any of the local swigs that we give you guys, please make sure you hashtag Steph and Jason sent me or hashtag local swig so they know who sent them to their establishment. Again, you can do your private parties there. Me personally, if you go to skylounge.com, you can see that not only is the ambience inside really well, but the views are amazing from many different areas of this place. So I say bridal showers, you know, girls, this is a girls' dinner or just a women's, you know, if you wanted to go and hang out with your girlfriends, I say this is that. Even if you wanted to go hang out with some gentlemen, if you're single and you're looking to pick up someone, you may want to go there. Why? Because sometimes you're looking for people to be a little bit more on your level, a little bit more upscaled, and this would be the place to find that. Get you a glass of wine and go, you know, like you say, tuck your shirt in and hang out.
Tuck your devilish shirt in. Hey, you know, I was thinking that last night, Steph. It's funny that you said that. At STK, sat down at STK last night. Of course, I've been telling y'all to go on a Monday night. So I had to make an appearance over there. Make an appearance to stop by STK, show out a little bit, sit down. And I was thinking, there's so many. There was a bunch of people in there, you know, and there's a bunch of people there every Magnum Monday. So the fact that people always like, I don't got nothing to do, or I'm looking for something to do. It's so much to do on so many levels. You ain't always got to be the ratch. Sometimes you be nice, you know,
and put some clothes on.
Put some clothes on.
You got clothes. You just need to put them on. The Sky Lounge is also a no ball caps, no bandanas, no undergarments showing, no sweatsuits or gym clothing. Men's shirt must have sleeves and no torn clothing. I think it's an exception of like ripped jeans. You're fine with that as long as it's paired nicely.
Yeah. Distressed jeans are cool if you put it together right. But I want to say to the ladies, y'all always talking about y'all looking for guys. It was a lot of guys in there too. It was a lot of ladies in there, but it was a lot of guys, either like ones and twosies, kind of mingling about at the bar, sitting in the bar drinking, or you know, talking to each other. So it's like, hey,
there are places to go. Basically,
if y'all looking for dudes that got blazers on and shoes, or and they not old, they just put together and they got a little bit of money.
And they don't want to be out amongst public population doing nothing. Even me, like I'm not a super U-Bar person. If my squad is going, I'll go. But other than that, these are most of the places that I would like to go and just hang out and have a glass of wine, get a peace of mind. It's the ambience that, you know, carries everything.
Yeah. So just another place that y'all talk about y'all looking for dudes. There you go. Or maybe we do a list one day.
We'll do a full list.
Yeah. It's time for ATL weather and other random. Great morning, ATL, and happy Taco Tuesday. It's time for your ATL weather report. Today starting off partly sunny. It's now 72 degrees and still getting warmer, man. We talking about it's gonna be pretty hot and possibly wet. Wet tacos for you. A hot wet taco. I don't know about that. Hot wet taco today, a high of 92 degrees with a 40% chance of water. 40% chance of precipitation, water, rain. Something's going to fall on your head. It's going to rain on your head. Yeah, possibly going to happen. 92 degrees. So keep your tacos dry, ATL. Now, our random city weather report today comes from Twat. You ladies pop that thing like this. Yes. Shake your body, don't stop, don't quit. Do it. Pop that, yes. Do it. Do it now. Twat UK. Everybody knows what the weather says. Oh. My Twat UK. Twat UK is actually in Scotland. So it's not United Kingdom. So it's in Scotland. A sad twat today, mostly cloudy. Starting off in the low 50s. A high of only 63 today. So cover up, twat. It's gonna be cold. Cool and twat. It's cool. Okay, I'm sorry. I get carried away. Hey man, I didn't make this up. These are real cities. TWATT. These are real cities. And in Scotland, go ahead and check it out if you want to. You want to visit. People like me, turn the radio down. Don't let my kids listen to this. Say, what are you talking about? It's called. It's twat. It's in Scotland. Somebody left their twat. I mean, twat is in Scotland. I mean, yeah, it's in Scotland. What is wrong with him?
Everything.
What is wrong with him? Everything. Anyway, man, let's get into our top. Where we going? I am so crazy, man.
We're going to get into our top swigs for the day.
Yeah, let's do that because I'm a fool.
I know y'all just now tuning. If you are just now tuning in, we talked earlier about Erykah Badu shooting her shot at Janelle Monáe, saying Janelle, she tweeted, put it on her Instagram as one of her captions, like, happy Pride Month. And, you didn't say anything to me, so that means I'm not your type. And not knowing that Janelle Monáe was going to see it and shoot her shot right back, saying, girlfriend, you have been my crush since day one. So we sure that conversation went a little bit offline, more so into the left hemisphere of the gay world. So Pride Month, hi everybody.
Do you think it happened like that, or you think that she was shocked that she said something back?
Nah.
You know how people be like, I guess, because I've heard somebody say jokingly, be like, I guess I ain't your type, huh? And then she hit her back.
Say I ain't your type, but with Janelle, very open about being pansexual, and everybody already speculates Badu to be pansexual. I don't think it was a secret, but only thing is like they're so, up front with it right now. It's kind of a little uncomfortable.
What you said, Dave?
Jason, man, this done happened to me so many times. This, I guess I'm not your type. That is just a weak way to approach somebody and let them know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I am, let me know.
If I am, yeah.
It's a weak way to do it.
It's just weak game.
This weak game.
Got it.
So you said Erykah Badu to shoot her shot the right way.
She just shot her shot.
Erykah Badu, she can shoot any shot. She can shoot a shot backwards and it'll go in. So
True.
That's facts. All right, so if you guys don't know, Nipsey Hussle was at the awards this weekend and slept from a guy. He slept from a guy. Zero hesitation. They got into a dispute. You can see Nipsey Hussle kind of going at him saying something. The security came. The guy was a little bit more belligerent than we want to accept, and he smacked the clipboard at the man's hand, and Nipsey just released a 5-finger.
What a 5-finger say to the face? Smack.
That's exactly what they did.
I'm sorry,
he slapped him to death.
Yeah, he said that Nipsey Hussle was late for a rehearsal, and so he felt like he could just move the cones and pull his car right there. And this is a case of you taking your job too seriously or something. Be like, yo, that's Nip. He's telling you I'm supposed to be in here doing a sound check and rehearsal. I'm just gonna park the car. We're gonna park the car right here. We'll be out.
Or maybe he was parking it to get out and somebody else was in it going to drive off. But right now we need to get our stuff out. I'm sure he had a little bit more sense about it. It was just the guy taking his job. Yeah, he was being handled. And that's when people don't understand. You can't handle people. It doesn't matter if you black, white, green, purple, blue. The way you handle people, you may get manhandled back. And you ain't going to like that. So he got slapped.
This is what Steph wanted to do to that cab driver.
I did. I wanted to 5-finger slap him.
Slap. Sometimes you can't handle it like that, but Nipsey Hussle did not hesitate to slap fire out that man's mouth.
They had the clipboard dude. He had security with him. He thought he was safe.
Yeah,
he did.
He thought he was safe.
Oh no.
He was.
And then the cop. I'm gonna tell you what the cop did. The cop tried to put Nipsey in the full Nelson, and he snatched his way out of that and looked at him like, man, don't touch me. I'm in the right.
And this he went on. They said it was persons of interest in assault. Now I don't know. Dude gonna try to press charges.
It was
and
just
assault.
a slap. That is not right grounds for suing nobody because you got slapped because you was loud and wrong.
He don't like it because it's on the internet.
Exactly. You just embarrassed.
He embarrassed. It's on the internet now.
And your voice embarrassed. All right. In other news, so everybody knows T.I. feels very strongly about his community, and he has become an activist, even though he is an artist. He has definitely become an activist into the injustices that we are going through as African Americans. I know many of you guys identify with this and feel some kind of way about it. You have David Banner out there, Killer Mike is out there, Ernestine Johnson and her husband is out there. So it's so many different people that are out front and very vocal about the things that are happening within our community if they are indeed injustice. However, T.I. has discussed how he feel about the NFL, and we have a clip for you guys this morning, and I want to see how you feel about it.
So I'm sure you know this. Obviously, the Super Bowl will be held in Atlanta next year.
It will be.
All right, your Falcons gonna be there?
Yeah, man. See, listen, right? It's real tough, right? Because I have made a conscious decision not to support the NFL this year.
Explain what went into that decision and why you decided to do that.
Man, I think there's a violation of constitutional rights that's being implemented to minority players who choose to have a peaceful, silent protest. And I know that first of all, it's paid patriotism because they're paying the NFL to do the national anthem. So it's not really because you're doing it for the love of country. You're doing it for a check. So it's really like you want us to shut up and take what we got coming to us in our communities, and that's not acceptable. And if that's what you think about us, then why should we really spend our money and show our extreme support of your corporation? And that's not just for them, that's for any corporation. I feel like for us, man, the power that we have, and I know that with as many lives as we lose and as much disregard as we have with the law, and as many times you just see us, physically abused, verbally abused, accosted. I know it seems like we're powerless, but we have power. We just don't recognize it.
So that was T.I. and that was his interview with BET. And if you guys like to go and check that out, you can go to BET.com. And pretty much he announced that he will not be supporting the NFL. And a lot of people are asking the question, do you stand with him? Do you not stand with him? Where do you stand in this whole entire ordeal that we are facing right now as a country? For me, of course, I stand. I gave up the NFL right along with Kaepernick. So, that's a personal choice for me. That was a very personal choice. But it's so much going on right now that you can't ignore it. Like I say, it's one of those things where it's going to have to be talked about, and we're going to have to do it very thoroughly. We're going to have to do it with some strategic planning. We're going to have to discuss what the outcome is going to be. And that's with everything. That's a cause and effect. So if you decide to stand up, this is what comes with that territory. And we need to also figure out how to handle what comes with that as well, so people are not out here being hurt and treated unfairly. So
the new rules for the NFL and the national anthem, everybody, if you're on the field, you must stand.
Yeah.
But you have the option to stay in the locker room.
But that's a railroad, because if you stay in the locker room, you're still doing your silent protest, and you're still going to be staying in the locker room to get your things and go out the back door. Eventually, you will be blackballed.
That's what you
Yeah.
think. If you don't do this, if you stay in the locker room, that you're going to be blackballed as well.
Exactly.
We shall see. I am very, very curious. I can't wait to opening day.
Yeah.
I'm very curious of how many, because there's going to be a story. I want to know how many people stay in the locker room. It would be so dope if everybody stayed in the locker room.
Yeah. Just on GP of
you my teammate.
Yeah, and I respect.
So I'm not disrespecting the flag. If if this is your thing, if you believe in respecting the flag and standing and putting your hand on your heart, if you don't come out at all, you're never disrespecting it. So as a sign of solidarity,
right,
I would like to see whole entire teams stay in the locker room.
You know what? That
awesome.
reminds me of Angels in the Outfield.
I love that movie.
I do too. So you remember Angels in the Outfield where when the guy came out and he started flapping his arms and then everybody started flapping and then the whole stadium, and that was them showing cohesiveness. Even some of the people that didn't agree, they still joined in. So sometimes if the logic is there and the reality of the situation is it would be more fair to join one side. I think that's the side you should join in on. Tell us how you feel about that by dialing in at 678-944-7944. Kanye West is back in the news. He says that he never said slavery was a choice. Okay, so let me get right into this. Remember when Kanye West had a controversial TMZ interview, which he referred to slavery as being a choice. Okay, well, now he sits down with the New York Times and he uses that opportunity to clear things up as to what he really meant. He said, and I quote, I said the idea of sitting in something for 400 years, it sounds like it was a choice to me. I never said it's a choice. He said, I never said slavery itself, like being shackled in chains, was a choice. That way, that's why I went from slave to 400 years to prison and this and that. If you look at the clip, you see the way my mind works. He went on to say, I feel like I'm in a court having to justify a robbery that I didn't actually commit, where I'm having to somehow reframe something that I never said. I feel stupid to have to say that out loud, that I know that being put on the boat was, but also, I'm not backing down either, bro. What I will do is I'll take my responsibility for the fact that I allowed my voice to be used back to back in many ways that were not protective of which my voice really meant so much. So I get what he's saying. That was an apology within an apology / y'all need to apologize to me. So he reversed it. He's saying, y'all apologize to me and then I apologize to you guys at the end of that statement.
But I have said that from the beginning of this whole thing, that's not, he wasn't saying that, but he said that last piece. Remember I said that Kanye used to not do interviews.
Right.
He used to want to control his own voice so nobody can misquote him. And I don't know what, outside of when they shut down that site, I guess that's what made him change his mind. But he made a statement again. I allow my voice to be used back to back. He said I wore a hat and I meant something else, and then I did this and it was back to back and it was just too loud.
Yeah.
It was just too loud. And so and unfortunately some people can't unhear it.
Right. And my thing about it is I feel like he had too much time in between, and we always say singing nothing is agreeing, and I feel like he know that we were already completely against it, and he know that it was wrong, and it was the wrong publicity that he could have given us as a country, that he could have given us as his fans, he could have given as his as a role model, black people, all of that. So I feel like him taking so much time away was not good. He even talked about a lot of his album. Drake wrote Yikes and actually spit a first verse on it, but it didn't make the final cut of that record. So shout out to Drake. We all know Drake artistry is amazing. However, he did do a intervention. His wife, Kim Kardashian, did an intervention with Kanye West as well, saying basically, is something wrong with you and we need to help you. We don't know how. She did it with Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, for you guys that don't know, Tony Robbins is a motivational speaker. He is one of my online mentors. If I could afford him out of my pocket, I would any day. He's going to help you financially. He's going to help you spiritually, motivate you. So I really like, I won't say spiritually, but definitely motivate you to go get that coin. So Tony Robbins is a great guy. So if he talked to Kanye West, and I'm sure Kanye West took a little bit out of it. That is your local, not your local swig, but that is your top swigs for the day. How you guys feel about that? You guys are free to call in. Call us. Tell us how you feel about it. If you had any incidents or you got something that you want to get off your chest about, anything that we've talked about for today, or if there's something that you want us to talk about, make sure you hit us up. 678-944-7944. That's 678-944-7944.
We'll be back.
T.I.P. It's like that, how I'm saying. just trying to be nice to you. Go and tell a nigga no with an ass so fat. Hey, why you wanna go and do that, love, huh? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, or do that? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, that? In a relationship and faithful to a nigga so whack. Hey, why you wanna go and do that, love, huh? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, or do that? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, that? Can't help but notice how you glowing, I can see in your face. Now I just wonder if you know we close to being replaced. I swear I treat you like a queen, you put me in this place so you can get back his ring and the key to this place. Just tell the nigga one thing, that you need your space. Tell the niggas one thing, you don't need to chase. I wanna kiss you everywhere between your knees and waist. Hear the sounds that you make and get your knees to shake. Holla at me in the A, you feel you need to escape. I got a mansion in the gate, you and me and you safe. My fans have found a man, a truck with 23s to skate. 600 G's in the safe, how much cheese it take? This is a chance you need to take, ain't no need to wait. Say the word, we could lead a day. This something special and it feel like fate. Hate to make a mistake, how the same thing making you sad, making you stay. Go and tell a nigga no with an ass so fat. Hey, why you wanna go and do that, love, huh? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, or do that? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, that? In a relationship and faithful to a nigga so whack. Hey, why you wanna go and do that, love, huh? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, or do that? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, that? Hey, can't touch you like that and make it feel like this. How I left and came back and it's still like this. Do we hit it from the back and make you feel it in your chest? Take advantage of what you conceal it in your dress. Would he make you too fresh to show you that you're the best? Compliment you on your intellect, treat you with respect. Get you sex till you sweat, tongue kissing on your neck. It's been a while since you got it like this, I bet. And I can tell you ain't just another bitch I met. Ain't nobody got me open like this, not yet. No, you confused, ain't decided which way you should go yet. So how you keep saying no when your panties so wet? Go and tell a nigga no with an ass so fat. Hey, why you wanna go and do that, love, huh? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, or do that? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, that? In a relationship and faithful to a nigga so whack. Hey, why you wanna go and do that, love, huh? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, or do that? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, that? Hey, this nigga playing mind game, man. I think the time came that your mind changed, you understand? Life is like a chess move, you need to make your next move your best move. Keep it pimpin', you understand? Hey, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm showing you how I feel, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting myself all the way out there, you know? Follow your court, man, but I just got a question for you. Is you happy? Go and tell a nigga no with an ass so fat. Hey, why you wanna go and do that, love, huh? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, or do that? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, that? In a relationship and faithful to a nigga so whack. Hey, why you wanna go and do that, love, huh? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, or do that? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, that? Hey, go and tell a nigga no with an ass so fat. Hey, why you wanna go and do that, love, huh? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, or do that? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, that? In a relationship and faithful to a nigga so whack. Hey, why you wanna go and do that, love, huh? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, or do that? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, that? Hey.
Santana. Alright. It's Dipset. There go, baby, don't stop now. There go, baby, don't stop now. There go, damn, shorty look good, and I'm thinking about getting at her. Okay, time to whistle at her. Hey, girl, you made my whistle blow. There go, bring it here, baby. There go, bring it here, baby. Top down and I'm at it again. It's hot now and I'm at it to win. You heard me. Who wanted with me? Nobody wanted with me. Oh, I'm so fly. Oh, mommy, come and get me. Sit it down, back up, bring it on back up. Move it till you feel something hard in your back. Huh? There it go. If you want it, come get it. I ain't kidding, I'm with it. Here it go. Go. So, girl, let me see you get low. There it go. Yeah, just like that. Move the thing like a boomerang and come right back. There it go. I don't need to ask, I proceed to grab her. Chicks love my G'd up swagger. There it go. There it go. Damn, shorty look good and I'm thinking about getting at her. Okay, time to whistle at her. Hey, girl, you made my whistle blow. There it go, bring it here, baby. Come on. There it go, bring it here, baby. Come on. Hey, girl, let me see you get low. There it go, sit it down, baby. There it go, sit it down, baby. hot, terrific, so not fair to the other guys that's in it. I know not a limit, it's no sky's the limit. Till then, I'm doing my thing. So baby, keep moving your thing, and that'll keep you in the ring, or maybe not. Hey, girl, you made me want to know. You do it like a pro, little lady. If so, bring it here, let it show, little lady. Here it go. Let's go, little lady, to the crib, to the telly, you know, little lady. Yes, girl, yes, we can have a best girl to the sunset, girl. But first I gotta get you undressed, girl. So take off them clothes, undressed, girl. Damn, shorty look good, and I'm thinking about getting at her. Okay, time to whistle at her. Hey, girl, you made my whistle blow. There you go, bring it here, baby. Come on. There you go, bring it here, baby. Come on. Hey, girl, let me see you get low. There you go, sit it down, baby. Go ahead. There you go, sit it down, baby.
Yeah, ladies, I know you're tired of the same old thing. Things have become so mundane. I mean, your bedroom is just so cold. It's so cold, but I'm here to tell you, I got a strategy. We about to heat it up. Come on. Girl, get comfortable. We about to do something you never done before. Baby, not the usual. Tonight we getting unpredictable. So try to roll with it, baby. I'ma make you feel like you never felt. Girl, I'll be cautious. Let me get unpredictable. Baby, 1 + 1 ain't 2 when you're with me. C ain't after A and B when you're with me. It don't make sense right now, but it will later on when you see how I make you feel. Regular ain't in my vocabulary. When it comes to love making, neither is missionary. Positions, girl, pick one. Better yet, some. Never mind that, we trying all of them. So, girl, get comfortable. Baby, not the usual. We getting unpredictable. So try to roll with it, baby. I'ma make you feel, girl. I'll be cautious. Let me get unpredictable. Yeah. I know you're used to dinner and a movie. Why not be my dinner while making the movie? Do you get it? Do you got it? Good. Girl, I knew you would. See what I got over a lot of fellas is that I'm more creative. And soon you will see what I mean. So girl, get comfortable. Do something you never done before. Baby, not the usual. Tonight we getting unpredictable. So try to roll with it, baby. I'ma make you feel to let me get unpredictable.
All aboard the Spontaneous Express. Nevertheless, always the more. From the pool table to the kitchen floor. Next stop's the G-Spot. Luda! I like it too, baby. Let me put a little bit of excitement up in your lifestyle. You gotta know that times of the essence, I'm talking right now. I can get rid of that headache, what you doing tonight? Some say the sex is overrated, but they just ain't doing it right. I keeps it interesting, baby, just take them clothes off. I'll be your Tylenol, just take me till you doze off. Wake you up in the middle of the night and take you to another world. You'll wake up in the morning feeling like another girl.
Step one, you say we need to talk. He walks, you say sit down, it's just talk. He smiles politely back at you. You stare politely right on through some sort of window to your right. As he goes left and you stay right between the lines, fear and blame. You begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I put out, stayed up with you all night. And I know how to save a life. Let him know that you know best, 'cause after all you do know best. Try to slip past his defense without granting innocence. Lay down a list of what is wrong, the things you told him all along. Pray to God he hears you, and pray to God he hears you. And where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I put out, stayed up with you all night. And I know how to save a life. As he begins to raise his voice, you lower yours and grant him one last choice. Drive until you lose the road, a break with the ones you follow. He will do one of two things. He will admit to everything, or he'll say he's just not the same. And you'll begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I put out, stayed up with you all night. And I know how to save a life. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I put out, stayed up with you all night. And I know how to save a life. How to save a life. How to save a life. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I put out, stayed up with you all night. And I know how to save a life. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I put out, stayed up with you all night. And I know how to save a life. How to save a life. How to save a life.
Hey, wait a minute. Did they just be saying?
I really hope not.
Hey, man, welcome back to the Morning Coffee Swig. Steph was singing in the fan. She said it's one of her favorite songs.
That's one of my favorite songs.
Yours do? Hey,
We started performing together.
we just learned so
We,
much.
we was
about
in here performing. Y'all missed that. Y'all need to be in. We need some other people in the studio
We learned
with
so
the
much.
cameras going because
Truth.
yeah,
True.
it be happening.
Subliminals. So anyway, it's about that time to sit down around the table, stir the pot, grab your coffee mugs, and have a little coffee talk. That's right. So we had a couple stories about racism and some of the effects, and we just talking about human rights. T.I. spoke on it, so this is kind of just our whole show. This is the Blackfish episode, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again.
Let's get into it. So today, the question is how to properly combat racism, when to fight, and is it all racism? Is it all racism? And that it is every situation truly a racist situation? And really, that last question is a question that you need to ask yourself before you take action. Wait, is this racism or is it something else? You got to ask yourself that question first. That's important. So let's get into how to properly. So if you piece together the story, and let me make the story plain. Summer Splash, planned 2 years ago, contract was signed for this particular pool. The pool is a separate business from this neighborhood, but it has the same name. So it's basically their community pool, but it's ran by an outside company. So any business you do with that, you're not dealing with the rest of with the neighborhood. You're doing it with the pool and the management company. Everything's cool. Sign the papers. You know how many people are coming. You've been updated. You get all the promo. You know everything about this particular event. Also, the proceeds, part of the proceeds goes to a charity for an individual trying to get a heart transplant, which you don't know that. Party with a purpose, right? Okay. People catch wind of this party happening. They go and look at the flyer, what have you, and they're like, ew, we're going to stop this. We're going to shut it down. They call the cops to shut it down before it even starts. Okay? And I'm going to run through the whole thing, but before it even starts, they call, it's a bunch of cops. I don't know if you've seen the pictures. There was a bunch of cops, K9 units, everything. Everybody out there. There are reports that people were driving in circles around some of the patrons, yelling racial slurs out of the window. Go back to the ghetto. Niggers, bong, bong, all sorts of statements. All of this is happening.
Right here in Georgia.
The fire marshal, I guess, says too many people. Now, mind you, this hadn't started. Nobody's arrived yet. They say it's too many people. And we go shut it down.
Wow.
How? A fire marshal never shuts down an event before it reaches capacity.
Never.
They say, go ahead and have your party, but we'll be here. We're paying attention. When you get to the number, it's cut off. If you don't cut it off, we'll shut you down. No noise, no music even playing. There's been 10 hours worth of setup done. Everything ready for this event. People take to Facebook and get really racial and make all these comments. But on Facebook, you got your job. You like y'all. I tell y'all stop telling all your business, but y'all be telling all y'all business on your Facebook page. Proud of where you work. Got the address, pictures of your coworkers. I'm connected to these people. All this stuff. A lot of information on Facebook. You can find out your whole life, really. For some of y'all done told too much story. So, granted, what has everybody done? So now fast forward to how to properly combat racism. This was clearly a racist issue, Steph. Clearly a racist issue. Now, the option could have been out there that day, got the scrapping. You could have, there was an option to kick a door in.
Right.
There's an option to yank somebody up out their car. There's an option.
That
That's
day, the next
always
day, or
an
next
option.
week.
Yeah. Oh, word. There's an option to see your name on Facebook and be like, word, let me look up your name, find your address, and come to your house and say, now what? Say what you just said on Facebook.
That's an option.
That's an option. That's probably not the best option.
No, critical thinking, no.
We are progressive. We are intelligent. We have resources. So to band together and put out, hey, this is where this person works. Here's the address. Here's the HR director's name. Talk to them. Shout out to Luck. Luck put up a whole post, and he put up the Canton senator's name. He put up senators. He put up the mayor, the senator. He put all these contacts of people. Governor Deal contact. He put all these contacts and said, contact these people and tell them about this. Share this story. He said, I don't know a lot of people, but maybe somebody sees it that knows it. That got shared 300 times.
Wow, somebody knows.
Somebody knows somebody. And it made it to the news last night.
Wow.
And there's still calls being made, but I think this is the meat of this conversation. That is the way to properly handle these issues. We got past yanking people out of the car. Now, granted, somebody put their hands on you, that's another story. You know, somebody being aggressive towards you, that's another story.
Right.
You know, but I think there's a way to properly handle it. Now, the question is also, when to fight? Because for real, yes, we know racism is here. We ain't surprised. I tell people every time, yes, you live in Atlanta, but you still in Georgia. Mm-hmm. So ain't nobody surprised by none of it. Right. None of it. I ain't surprised. Surprised you don't like me. I honestly don't care that you don't like me. I honestly like the fact that you told me you don't like me.
Right. I'm now more comfortable with being around you because you're upfront with
I'm aware. Stay over there. You stay over there and be you. You be your limited self over there. My only challenge, and I said this last night on the show, my only challenge was, and why I thought it was, it's two things here. My only challenge was, and the reason why I thought it was important to call people to job, call the organizations that they're a part of, is because these people smiling in my brothers and sisters' faces every day at work.
Accepting coins.
They're controlling these people's promotions, their salaries, their raises. You're just smiling in the face, skinning and grinning. Nah, dog. You're not gonna do that no more. Right. You can own your own business and hire who you want, but you're not gonna work in these companies and smile on our brothers and sisters' face, but you're talking about them and putting them in bad positions. You're not gonna do that. We're gonna take that from you. Let's take all that from you. You don't want to live in this world with other people, then we'll ostracize you and let you live by yourself. Right. Exile you right now. Okay. Go ahead.
And then the crazy part about it is, even the person that can't live by themselves, even if we ostracized and made them live alone, and you do your own thing and just segregate you all together, you still will want to live with us. You just want us to do what you want us to do.
True.
Talk when you want us to talk.
True.
Walk how you want us to walk.
Yes.
You still want us to do what you want us to do.
You still want us around.
You want us around, but you just want us as a servant. Yep. Those days are over. We want a servant. You could be our servant.
And just, it's about basically treating people the right way. But how to properly combat racism? It's not, the proper move is not to swing and not to swing on somebody. That's not the proper move. Oh, I said it was two things. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I don't want to get off that. I said it was two things. I said the reason why it was important to call was because they are leading our brothers and sisters. But the second thing was it'd be a lot of talking online too. It'd be a lot of social media activists online. Yeah, man. Yeah, we got to do something about this. And they ain't about to bit more call nobody. And so I was not going to participate in that conversation with people online and then not do some actions offline. So I made sure I was one of the first people to call and told everybody I called. So hopefully that inspires somebody else to be like, all right, well, J-Boy ain't got time to do nothing. But he took the time to call these people.
We all need to call.
I'm going to take the time to call these people too.
Yeah, everybody need to pick up the phone and call that people.
For real. So
that's the question, guys. You know, how do we properly combat racism? And when is it a time to fight? And is it all racism? You have the barbecue that went on. You have the NFL that's going on. Then you have the permit patty. That situation is going on. And there's a lot of people that's saying, you know, we violated her rights as to blowing her up over the internet and saying these things about her. I think, you know, it's basically...
Who said that?
The discussion, the open discussion for permit patty is horrendous.
So how
horrendous? You got at least 60% are on her side, and then the other 40% are saying, you know what? Regardless of what you say, her business was shut down. There was an article that just been written up. She went on CNN to say
her business was shut down.
Okay. So let me update you guys on the story. So Permit Patty, she calls the police on an 8-year-old selling water. Originally, everybody keeps saying, well, she complained about a noise violation. The video clearly states that she said a permit, nothing about a noise violation. So she said, the little girl went on for a couple of hours, water, $2 water, $2 water, $2 waters, which shouldn't have been a problem had she had a lemonade stand and she was a different color.
Yep.
Let's be very clear here. Lemonade stands were predominantly for the Caucasian community because, in our communities, it ain't we ain't wasting no lemonade. And if, just in case somebody don't buy, we gotta do some samples first and see if anybody gonna buy. But so the thing was, she called the police, and now she's being bashed on the internet, just like the barbecue Becky calling the police. She's being bashed as well because this is the thing with anybody who's thinking about getting into this situation. If you call the police, it should be 911. What's your emergency? Not 911. What's your insecurity? Let's be very clear. 911 is not here for insecurities. 911 is supposed to be for your emergencies, and it shouldn't. The race card, it comes into play when you say you don't have a permit, and you don't even have a permit.
Yeah.
You jogging.
What's your permit?
What's your permit? Oh, I need a permit. We start going around telling little girls they can't sell Girl Scout cookies. They need a permit to sell Girl Scout cookies. Your little Sarah needs a permit to sell lemonade and bottled water in her community. When we start doing that, then you'll say we're fighting fire with fire. Well, guess what? Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire because you need to know what it feels like. And so a lot of people are saying that because we did that, we're basically violating her right. We have her face all over the news and da-da-da-da. Well, guess what? We violated her right. She violated that little girl's right. Because what you did was try to take away from her freedom of speech because you said, if this is my thing, if in fact it was a noise violation, that is not until 10 p.m.
Exactly.
So this is clearly one little girl using her voice in broad daylight. So that negates that whole, you can't even say that. So now it becomes racial and it becomes very offensive. And like I say, I'm over the insecurities of it. Violating her rights. You did something, your business suffered from it. She's in the cannabis business.
Yes.
Cannabis business, she's done. Her business is gone.
They shut it down?
They shut her business down based on that.
I love it.
And they needed to shut it down because like I said, you're abusing your privilege. And when you tell a Caucasian, I'm gonna say white person, because we not racist up here, but we gonna open a discussion for it to be open and everybody to have their own opinion about it. But when you say to a white person that you guys have a tendency of, some of you guys have a tendency of abusing your privilege or using your privilege for the wrong reasons, or you say that that's very racist of you, they feel like they're how can I say this without sounding so crazy? I'm trying to use the proper words here.
Use your words.
I'm trying to use my words here, and I don't want to sound too crazy. But when we say, you're throwing your race around as if it has more superiority than
because you don't want to say white privilege.
I don't want to say white privilege, even though it exists.
Yeah.
It exists. You have white privilege, but then you act like we offended you. How we offend you?
Yeah. How?
How? If it's a thing, because it's a thing. If I get pulled over, they want everything. They want to search the car. They want to go in it. They want to pull me out, snatch me by my hair. They just body slammed the little girl at Gay Pride. Girl, 18 years old.
Really?
He threw her down like a rag doll. She goes into convulsions, into seizing, and everything. It's all over the internet.
Why are we doing
It's so many different things happening. And like you said, PTSD from seeing those pictures that happened to our ancestors. We're not really going like that. We're not going easy like that.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a fair fight. It's not going to be an easy fight. We're gonna fight. It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight. Like you say, T.I., everybody has their opinion. Everybody is making their mark and their voice be heard to say, this has got to stop. We have power. Let's unite. Let's show that we can come together and make some sense of this whole thing. Otherwise, we're going to continue to be disrespected, treated as an unequal, inhumane, all kind of things. I don't think it should happen to anybody, but especially
so you hit on
black.
it right there. You hit on it right there. We said how to properly fight, and I think
how to properly fight.
You fight with the coin. You said we can get together and spend money together.
Right.
Like you're like, all right, which was talked about with that pool situation. Like, all right, we need to buy our own venue. Everybody just gotta get together and pool the resources and be okay with the business. Just do good paperwork, and then ain't nobody got to be worried about the business part of it. And just have your own things. Just have your own things. Y'all talk about segregation and integration and all that. Sometimes it just had to go down like that. Sometimes it just had to go down like that. That's my thing. No longer looking down and stepping aside or being quiet. Yeah, I think that's... So the question is how to properly combat racism. And I think properly combating it is to use the power of the pen with writing letters, using the power of your voice by calling businesses and organizations and your local senate, if that matters. But everything, using your voice the right way. I think getting an organization, getting a bunch of people together to march is cool if you do what they did in Washington. They had 8,000 buses coming to Washington when Martin Luther King did a speech up there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you talking about 100 people, 200 people, just like all the marches that happened in the streets when they were doing police brutality marches everywhere and they were stopping traffic.
Right.
Where are them people right now? That's my question. Where are those people right now? And how much has the cause been advanced from that? None. Not really. But guess what? The minute people started boycotting the NFL, legislation changed. They had to change some rules. They're like, all right, let's sit down and let's talk about this. You know what I mean? So it's how to properly combat the racism that's happening. How do you now? The thing is, we're talking about fighting big organizations. People have racism. They face it in their neighborhoods. They face it at their jobs. They face it at their jobs. Some people don't know it's happening, but you face it at your job. How do you do that? Again, I think the answer is still the same though. I think you got to document. Document. You're not gonna get away with saying he said this to me. She said this. The only reason why any of this fly because we got screenshots of what the statements were made on Facebook. You got to document. Get people to use your email. People like to make a lot of phone calls or have one-on-one conversations with people. That's why you use your email. You send an email if you have a meeting. You be like, all right, y'all set a meeting on the phone. Send a confirmation email and get them to confirm so you got paperwork.
You know what? Now that you said that, maybe yesterday when the guy tried me the way he did, maybe I should have went further and went to the airport and said, this is the gentleman that I rode with. And look at me, still respecting him. But this is the gentleman that I rode with. This is what he said to me. And this is how I felt about it. And it got ugly. Come the end, it got ugly. And if
he got a medallion. You can get his medallion revoked.
I really should have. But I think mentally, I wasn't equipped to fight racism at that moment. For those of you that are just tuning in, yesterday, coming in from out of town, coming back from Vegas, and I needed a cab service from the airport, Atlanta, Georgia airport. And I go outside, clearly my phone is dead, or I would have called an Uber or a Lyft, because that's what I normally use. As I'm going outside, I see a cab, I walk to the stand, I get in the cab. And
Shout
I say,
out to Steph for just jumping in the cab out here.
Yeah, I'll jump in the cab in a minute, like take me where I need to go. So as I get in the cab, he takes me home. When you're going into my neighborhood, it's a gated community. So when you get past a certain point, we have our own set of lights. And so with your own satellite, your phone will kind of trick out a little bit and then it'll come back in. So like to buzz in the gate, I normally just hold my phone up to the window and I buzz whoever needs to be. I buzz myself in the gate if I don't have my key card. Okay, so anyway, the guy, we gets there and he pulled a little square cord out and he sticks it in his phone. I say, maybe that's not a good idea unless you hold it to the window. So he swipes a decline. I'm like, you don't have any service to your phone. Like hold it up to the window just a little bit so that you can get some service so that you can swipe it and it can go through properly. And so he's like, well, what are you trying to do? And why is this? So I'm like, dude, no, you have no connection to your phone right now. Swipe it again. So I was able to hold mine out the window, literally hold my phone out to the window, log into my account through the app, show him what's in the account. And he's like, well, you need to use another form of payment. listen, I'm not gonna use another form of payment because I don't trust, your swipe card. I don't trust that, you pulling this out your pocket. This is personal. You could have anything and I'd be with nothing in the morning. So, he's like, well, I don't want to do that. Da, 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 da. And this is where it turns left field. He says, well, you black people. And so I was
when
like,
he did that, he said you black people and got kind of low.
yeah. So he didn't want to say it out loud. So I'm like, excuse me? Because I'm startled at this point because I just at this point I gave him some cash too, and I'm like, well, here's $15. Do you want to swipe for the other $4.50? It was $19.50 just to make sure that you're getting your money, because I did not want him not to leave with nothing. I didn't want you to leave without your money, or at least I want you to have all your money. I'm not trying to get over on you. So I'm not a good scammer. So I say, well, you want to swipe for the other $4.50 just to make him feel better. Really still going beyond a level that I probably should have stopped at. So he's like, you black people, and I was just like, excuse me, what'd you say? And he's like, you black people, and then he said it again, but he wouldn't say it to my way. I said, no, what are you saying so that I could, I can stop you where you at? What are you saying? He was like, he turned around and was like, well, you black people always want to fight. So I'm like, first of all, you're more hostile than I am. Second of all, I'm going to de-escalate the situation. Step by step, I'm telling him what I'm doing to inspire.
We're gonna take our break and we're gonna come back. Steph telling y'all the story about how she handled the situation. And we're gonna play David's favorite artist apparently. Perfect song right here. IBNX Radio, Morning Coffee Swig.
We're all misunderstood. They say we stay
back. We coming back. Blackface Jakes. Waiting on the world to change. Baby, I'm waiting. Hey, shout out to John Mayer. I'm going to definitely play some John Mayer tomorrow at Wild Wednesday. So, y'all come on out. David, y'all, I know y'all live in West Africa, but y'all going to have to y'all going to have to come on out there for real. Anyway, man. How many G-Ho has she been to? You right. Shonda, they talking to you. So anyway, man, welcome back. We're talking about how to properly combat racism, when to fight, and is it racism? So what I wanted, so you were telling your story. Tell them he said.
So at the end of the day, he says to me, you black people always want to fight. And I'm like, you're more hostile than I am. But at the end of the day, you don't have to be here, because one thing about it, his skin was darker than mine. So clearly, you part of the minorities too.
He was
what I'm saying?
Indian
so you're
American.
between an Indian or something, well, I don't even think he was definitely wasn't an Indian. I always get along with Indians for some reason, Ethiopian, but he was something else, because he really didn't understand. He understood English enough to know swipe again. Or put your phone to the window. I think he was automatically just being rude, and he just wanted to be rude. He see that I was like, I looked incoherent because of, I'm coming from Vegas, so I need water. I needed oxygen. I needed water. I needed a bunch of stuff. But, yeah, so I think he just mishandled the situation. He wanted to manhandle me and just be very disrespectful to me. And he was able to get away with it for a second. Like I said, once he made that comment, I'm like, you don't have to be here. I did fight back. You don't have to be here. If you don't like our country, go back to yours. Because guess what? Yours don't have black people that like to fight. It doesn't have black people that don't obey your commands or don't have a voice for themselves. Like, are you serious right now? Like, it doesn't work that way here.
So I need to go I need to add another piece to this. How to properly combat racism. Another way to properly combat racism is not to perpetuate stereotypes. And that's one of the things that is sometimes an unpopular statement for people to hear from me, but it's real. Like, if there's a stereotype that you're loud or dirty or don't have any training in public, or you fight in public and stuff like that, those are stereotypes about black people. Or you don't tip, or you steal. Like, all of those are stereotypes about black people that some people, they only get it from TV.
Right.
But if you go out and actually do that, you're not changing their mind. You're doing nothing but supporting their belief and pushing it forward. So when y'all go out looking crazy and you look threatening, or, I was in a store one day, and it was a young boy in the store with his mom, and he kept putting a hood on his head. And she was like, take that hood off. And I don't know if she ever explained to him why she tells him to take that hood off, but she's telling him to take that hood off, not because he ain't cold. He wasn't cold. Saying, take that hood off because you're a little black boy in this store with the hood on your head. You are automatically looking like a suspect.
But
now it's unfortunate that we got to go through that.
A haircut, though.
But it's unfortunate that we got to go through that. But that's how the world rocks. It's how the world rocks. So you know what? Take the hood off your head. You know what? When I'm driving down the street and I pass a cop, I take my fitted cap off sometimes. I take my fitted cap off my head when I drive next to a cop. I pull up next to a cop. If I have a hoodie on, if I have a hoodie on that I can take off, I'll take the entire hoodie off. Now, I hate it. It make me cringe to even have to do that. I can't stand it. But also, I don't want to look at my car any more times. I ain't doing nothing illegal, but I don't want to go through that. Keep looking at me, all right? Then run my tags, doing all that stuff. I'm look straight. I look vanilla. And look straight ahead.
That's part of the
unfortunate.
problem.
But it's unfortunate. But this is how. I'm just using that as an example. I'm saying that we can't perpetuate whatever the stereotype is. Whatever it is, you're gonna have to stop being it. Stop being it. You loud in public, and cussing in the movie theater and all that. Like, you seem rude. You're rude, and you seem like you don't got no. They think we ain't got no training.
But you're right. They think that we don't have any training, and we think that they don't have any training when they do it too. Because I don't like it either way.
Either way,
And it's a lot of things that, you know, that we do as minorities that I used to feel like you feel now. Take your hood off, or, you know, be a little bit more quiet in public and don't do this and don't do that. But, you know, I had to gain more patience because I'm like, wait a minute, why I don't feel the same way when they do it? And that's because we want our own to feel, well, we want our own to act according to a certain standard. We want ourselves to be looked at and viewed in all retrospect as being mannerable, being respected, high standard,
and being above,
classy. However, you know, they also have those kind of people that, you know, act a fool in public, or loud, or adly, or, you know, they speak to their children. It's like they talking to everybody.
Please believe.
And, you know, that's annoying, but I've grown the patience to see both sides. It took me a long time.
Wait,
I hated it.
You're saying you learned that
it's on both sides.
Yes, correct.
It's on both sides.
Correct.
So it's almost like
it's people
need to stop doing this, and people need to stop doing that, because it's annoying for everybody. You know, and is the same as far as to say, you know, a white guy, he looks suspect too. I'm gonna stereotype something if I feel like you look suspect. I don't care what color or nationality you are. We were in Vegas and these two guys were very persistent on walking us to our room. It took a white guy. I'm looking at the white guy like, help us. The two guys was black. I'm giving him the eye. He giving me the eye. Like, I said,
come here.
I can't open my purse and they see my money and my cards, because they already, you got calluses all over your hands, your shoes bent up. Like, first of all, I'm not even the girl you should have wanted to approach unless you wanted to steal something.
We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not even the one you should have even wanted to approach.
You in the wrong. You playing on the wrong field.
I ain't even in your field game at all. But, you know, he's walking with my friend and we're talking, and I'm just like, well, you're here for a poker tournament. He's like, yeah, I've been here 6 months. I don't have any kids. You know, basically he's asking, do you want to have a one night stand? I'm saying, no, I do not. And if I did, it wouldn't be with you. Good day. Oh, well, I want to walk you. No, I don't need you to walk me to my room.
Sir.
I don't need you to know what wing I'm on, what floor. I don't need you to know anything about
Don't
me.
you tell no more of these stories, Steph. Ain't nobody gonna let you go on by yourself no more.
Yeah, I know, right? But, you know, it was just the whole point. So when we get to the door, I heard my friend tell him, he's like, well, what's your number? She say 423-777-9311. So the little boy put it in his phone.
You heard this?
She was saying Prince number.
Oh.
777-9311.
Oh.
And he was like, what you say? She said 777-9311. The white guy heard that too. We look at each other and I'm rummaging through my purse like I can't find the key. And then he started he acting like he can't find his key. I'm like, nigga, if it's any time to help a sister out, this is the time. Like, we can. So my friend say, if y'all come in, you got to have a key to get out. So that was another cue, because we both know that you didn't have to have a key to get out, and he did too, because he's staying there too. So at this point, he's like, ding. So he still can't find it. So finally, I'm like, oh, here you go. You know, I done got over in the cut. I got the key. I just didn't want to use it. So I was like, oh, here you go. You know, I put it in. So we like, all right, bye. Just standing in the door. Didn't even want to leave. So the guy, he looking, I'm like, I know he ain't finna walk up fast and leave us right here. In my mind, I'm like, oh, Lord, I'm finna go to jail. Because I ain't going quiet. I'm tearing it up. So he started walking off, then he thought about it, and then he slowed down like, I'm like, oh yeah, your wife did. You know what? I meant to tell you guys earlier. And so I just walked straight up to him. My friend started walking off, and like we were able to get like closer to him, and she's still hollering 777-9311, and she's running, yeah, call me. Yeah, give me a call. But we were able to get away. However, I'm saying that to say it don't matter who it is or what color it could be. Sometimes it's not necessarily the race card. Sometimes you just look like a suspect. And sometimes you may, in fact, be a suspect. And I knew that they were suspects because you talking about a one night stand that you know you couldn't dare have with me, and then your hands is rough, and I just felt like.
So you saying just people?
I felt so threatened.
But I agree with you on that. That it's
people.
I had people are who they are regardless of color. So the stereotypes are fought by education. So we should remain true to who we are. I'm defiant, so I'll do what I do and not change because of the ignorance of others. And we're not, and I don't think I agree with that. I don't think we're saying change because the ignorance of others. But, and you say you are who you are. But you're speaking from a level of class.
Yeah.
I'm saying that there are individuals who don't have a level that are not used to exuding that level of class, or are not even thinking about class. Not that they don't have the access to it or the ability to have class. They ain't even thinking about it. And that's what I want to plant a seed to think about it. Think about, you know what? In this moment, I need to exude a level of class, not because of who I am, because of the person that's going to come behind me. They're going to see me and them. And that's what I'm saying, that perpetuating stereotypes. You know the stereotypes? You know every one of them. I know every one of them.
Yeah, I get them all the time. So I get where you coming from too. Like, if my friends are loud, I am not, because I'm going to be the one that speak for the entire group. So if everybody, if somebody need to talk, it's going to be me. Hi, how are you? You know, it's a party of 8. Like, okay, it's such and such. And you know, at this point, I'm talking business. Let's get down to the business, because even when I start negotiating, which is going to be still business, I'm gonna offend you, but it's going to be business, and you're gonna go with it because I'm gonna make it. But either way it go, you know, somebody has to have that sense. So I get what you're saying. However, sometimes we have fun, and we're allowed to have fun. We are allowed to be loud sometimes. We are allowed to have our own voice. We're allowed to be who we are. So I get what she's saying as well on your live when she's saying, I'm not going to change who I am. Don't change who you are, because it happens on both sides.
But your loud tail in the movie theater talking, don't do that.
That's just adlib. We already talked about being adlib.
That's classless. And that's what I'm saying. People say, I ain't going to movies with quote unquote dumb people, because this is how they gonna act, and then you go be that person.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Clean that up. Just don't be that person.
That's a fact.
So because all you're doing is like, all right, now I don't like black people because she acts like that.
Right.
And that you see how.
But that makes him stupid, though.
It does make you stupid. I totally agree. I am not.
That
agreeing.
makes him stupid.
I'm not agreeing with what they're doing, but the facts are the facts.
So we need to start telling our friends that are loud and adlib, or our friends that act
because there's a time
out
for
of
that.
context.
Vegas. Say you're
in
in
certain
Vegas.
settings.
I'm having a
Yeah,
good
in
time.
certain settings, you need to have a different kind of mannerism about yourself. And I completely understand with that 100%. First of all, we're in our good clothes. Why we loud?
You're in your good clothes. I say that all the time.
I'm in my good clothes. Why I'm screaming? Why everybody screaming right now? So I can understand that, because we don't want people to think that we are classless. You know, as a unit, we don't want people to ever feel like they can identify us as being classless or ignorant or any of that. And I understand. I just can't even explain the level of stupidity you got to have to look at another race. Look at another person and say, I don't like the whole race.
That's a level of
that.
Yes, that level of ignorance is unexplainable.
Yeah, it's so beyond my thought process. I can't even get to that point.
Unexplainable, but I know it exists.
It exists.
I know there's a level. There's somebody.
That's the reason that you're taking your hood off. That's the reason these little babies and stuff getting shot in the back while they not resisting. It's the reason that people are getting killed for selling cigarettes or just being
exactly
a PC.
Exactly, because that person ain't getting killed. They killing the race.
Yeah.
They were shooting at a race. They weren't shooting at a person.
Yeah.
And that's, like you said, that's a level of ignorance that we could never reach. But it's real. And so, I mean, by no means are we saying that you're going to ever eliminate. I think there's no way. I think it's impossible. You're not going to eliminate racism, classism. You're not going to erase any of that. Sexism, none of it. It's not going to get erased. But it's just how we handle it. When do we fight? Every battle don't need to be fought. Every battle don't got to be fought. Like sometimes you be like, you know what? I'm gonna move on. Kind of like the Subway story I told y'all on Monday. I just walked out. It wasn't time. I could have sat there and fought it, but it just everything don't need to be fought. This thing with the pool thing needs to be fought. Don't stop. Y'all keep pushing. Is it all racism? Was the last question.
Is it all racism?
It's not always racism. Basically, it's not always racism. Sometimes
it's stupidity.
Sometimes just ignorance. They're not even thinking about race. Sometimes you did something. Sometimes you did something.
And you know, your own kind would have told you to sit down somewhere else. You know.
So sometimes not racism. So we just don't be quick with the card, but that's a whole nother show. We already did that. Y'all can go back and check that out on Mixcloud. But
But we gotta find some ways to be able to have a little bit more patience with situations, and not always shoot off. Because sometimes when you do speak your mind, it's a certain tone that's offensive to any ear. Especially when you're speaking to an authority figure, and sometimes it doesn't have to be an authority figure, but sometimes when you're speaking your mind, it's a certain tone that you would need to use. And practice your tone, how you talk to people, and your patience level. Your patience level can't be so fast that you're shooting off and getting high-headed, and that's because that's what we tend to do. I know I'm learning. Yesterday, in the back of my mind, I wanted to go to jail so bad. Take me to jail. Like, ooh, I need to go to jail.
Let me get all these slaps off.
I wanted to do him. But
I was told to keep my hood on. I'm going to take my hood off. I'm dark skinned, bald, and bearded. I'm all the stereotypes. I'm all the suspects. So I'm going to go ahead and take my hood off so I don't look menacing. I don't need the hood that bad. I can take it off. I think it's absolutely stupid that a hood automatically makes you a suspect. I think that's a level of stupidity that I can't reach either.
That one incident of Trayvon Martin embedded that into our brains, just as well as Willie on your live. He said, sometimes when you go out, the loudest people is a different race. We learned it from them, which is probably correct, because when we see let's get white boy wasted, white girl wasted, that came from them. We just like, oh, okay, they doing it, we can too. Hey, they're like, nah, no, you can't. You guys too loud. Too many black people. Shut it down.
Too many of y'all.
You know what I'm saying? So. But that's where that come from.
This is a conversation. Coffee Talk is a great. I think it's a great conversation.
Hell yeah.
I think it's a great back and forth here. How to properly combat racism. Have this conversation. I think you should have this conversation with younger generations, because they may not. They don't. Some of them don't even understand it. Y'all done put them in this mixed schools and like they think everything a honky dory, so they don't even understand it. Maybe you got to have a conversation with them about how to properly combat racism, when to fight it, and and how to identify it. That's the other thing, is how to identify it, so we're not quick to play the race card.
There's an app. Hold on. There's an app too. There's an app. I don't know the name right off my head, but I don't want to leave without saying it. But there's an app where you can put on your phone if you ever get pulled over or you ever feel threatened in a situation where you need it immediately, somebody to find your location and listen to the conversation, or tap into your camera. They can do that. All you have to do is hit it one time, and it immediately pops up. And I think all teenage children need to have it, because they are speaking to a police officer without their parents there. And you need to know what's going on, because some of them are very mannerable. They just get irritated and frustrated just like everybody else do, and things kind of go left field. So look at that. Look into that for your children's sake.
We'll look it up and review and bring it back to y'all.
If the number didn't work today, we're sorry that the number didn't work. I see on my live that the number is not working today.
I'm sorry. We're gonna give out an alternative number. Anyway, we gotta get ready to get out of here, man. On the Coffee Talk anyway. Not to end the show, but we gotta get out of Coffee Talk. And it's time to talk goals. Stuff that do we have? We want to talk goals right now?
Sure, we can talk some goals. I say, as how we talked earlier today.
We got to talk goals.
We can talk some goals today. We can talk some goals. Earlier today, we talked about, what was it? It was very strong. What was my morning motivational starter pack? I'm dead too. Am I on?
Okay.
We don't know if they. Oh, there we go. I hear you. Yeah. Okay, so earlier today we talked about goals, and during that goal talk, it was basically how to stand up for yourself, regardless of what. And I think right now is the perfect time to say, it's okay to stand up for yourself. Just make sure when you're standing up for yourself that you are not loud and wrong. Make sure when you're standing up for yourself that you actually have a valid point, and that you're putting yourself out there in a very respectable way. Try to be more classy about a lot of situations that you deal with. Like, it's a ratchet way to do everything. It's a classic way to do everything.
True.
You don't necessarily have to feel as though, you have to change who you are, be anyone else, or dumb it down for the sake of everybody else. But you do need to clean it up. You need to polish it up. You need to be able to switch it over. You need to have both. It's an A side and a B side. You need to be able to do both, because even when you're dealing with your own, they don't want one side of you. I don't. I know they. I know we don't. We don't. We don't. So imagine, any other businesses. If you're dealing with a business, you deal with a business on a business level. If you're dealing with people, you deal with them in people on a people level, and don't commit the two. Like you say, racism is definitely ignorant. However, when you stand in yourself and you stand in your ground against those things, find you some different ways to do it online, how to properly combat racism and how to fight it. Know your rights. Find what your rights are. Know your rights. Huge. Know when to say, I need to speak with an attorney. Know when to say, I don't have an attorney present, so I choose to, use my Fifth Amendment. It's a certain times where you need to say those things. Figure out your rights, know your rights, teach your children their rights, and that is my goals for the day.
All right, that's goals, baby. Let's take a little break. Musical break. We'll be back. We got announcements and some really cool birthdays today, some milestones we got to celebrate. IBNX Radio.
I never knew that everything was falling through, that everyone I knew was waiting on a cue to turn and run when all I needed was the truth. But that's how it's gotta be. It's coming down to nothing more than apathy. I'd rather run the other way than stay and see the smoke and who's still standing when it clears. And everyone knows I'm in over my head, over my head. 8 seconds left in overtime. She's on your mind, she's on your mind. Let's rearrange. I wish you were a stranger I could disengage. Just say that we agree and then never change. Soften a bit until we all just get along. That's disregard. Find another friend and you discard as you lose the arguments in a cable car. Hanging above as the canyon comes between. And everyone knows I'm in over my head, over my head. 8 seconds left in overtime. She's on your mind, she's on your mind. Everyone knows I'm in over my head, over my head. 8 seconds left in overtime. She's on your mind, she's on. And suddenly I become part of the past. I'm becoming part that don't last. I'm losing you and it's effortless. Without a sound, lose sight of the ground and throw around. Never thought that you wanted to bring it down. I won't let it go down till we torture ourselves. And everyone knows I'm in over my head, over my head. 8 seconds left in overtime. She's on your mind, she's on your mind. Everyone knows she's on your mind. Everyone knows I'm in over my head, I'm in over my head, I'm over my. Everyone knows I'm in over my head, over my head. 8 seconds left in overtime. girl them skill arty. Shonda Paul, some me give it to, some me give it to, some me give it to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, all my girls. Shonda Paul say, well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Because the girl them broke out on the floor. From you don't wanna work this performer. From you don't want a man where can't turn you on. Girl, make I see you when them upon ya. Can't stand for the long, nah eat no yam, no steamed fish, no green banana. But down in Jamaica we give it to you hot like a sauna. Well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Expose and girl, you got it just out, but you know we out, cause girl, you impressed out. And if it is out of me, if it is out, cause I got the remedy for make you de-stress out. Me have a flat to become a God bless out. And girl, if you want it, you have to confess out. And a life where we need set speed, if it is to my chest out. Well, on the way this time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. So me crazy now, this straight drop it and a Bridget and flavor show. Time for we make baby now, so stop going like you, I get shady, yo. Woman, don't play me now, cause I'm a fits and fat, not greedy, yo. My loving is the way to go, my loving is the way to go. Well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. When they roll with a player like me, with a brother like me, girl, there is no other. No need to talk it right here, just spark it right here, keep it undercover. Come in love how you fit in your blouse and you fat in your jeans, I'm a wild discover. Everything about you, baby girl, can you hear when me utter? Well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. I see the girl them broke out on the floor. From you don't wanna work this performer. From you don't want a man where can't turn you on. Girl, make I see you when them upon ya. Can't stand for the long, nah eat no yam, no steamed fish, no green banana. But down in Jamaica we give it to you hot like a sauna. Well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom.
And we back, baby. Yeah, yeah. Hey, man. Shout out to Shonda Ball. That's that 1996, man. We playing 1996. No, I mean, not 2006. I mean, 1996. 2006.
The era of booty shaking music.
We been rocking. Shaking money, makeup. So it's time for a little bit of announcements. It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Listen to some music. Ain't no new albums really come out today. But let's give today's holiday. Today's holiday is Beautician's Day. Yeah. Shout out to all my beauticians. It's y'all day, man. I love y'all. I love the beauticians. My mama was a beautician. You know,
I started out as a beautician at 10 years old.
Word. That's what's up. Yeah, my mama was a beautician. And she used to do hair, and she did hair at this shop in the mall. And then I think the reasons why she transitioned and turned the garage into her beautician. I don't know if it's because she got sick or what. I don't know, but she did. Crazy story. I never told this story on air, but it happened. When I was in college, I met a lady in the she was in the registrar's office, and she had her son or something with her, right? Mm-hmm. And we just started talking. Like, I'm from Richmond. They live in Ohio, but she was visiting the school to show her son. This is random. I'm in the office, and she says, she said, my friend lived in Richmond. What part? I told her what part I lived in. She said, yeah, my friend lived on the street, and I used to get my hair done at the house 2 doors down from them. And I said, what? She said, yeah, I used to get my hair done. This lady did my hair, and she had a beauty shop in her garage. I'm in college now.
That was Miss Pat?
And I was like, no, that's my biological mama. And I said, I started laughing. She said, why are you laughing? I said, I'm the little boy that was in the playpen. And she said, what? I said, yeah, I'm the little boy that used to be in the playpen. And she was like mind blown. And I was mind blown because she just so happened to visit the school that day. And I had told her son. So I'm like, why did I meet this lady?
Right.
But I sat there. It was always emotional for me to meet her. I was like, why did I meet this lady? But I told her prior to her telling me that story, I was telling her how this was the best decision I've made to come to school and why he should come to the school and kind of really talking her into sending him to this school. And maybe that's why I met her that day.
Wow.
But it was the craziest thing in the world. I just so happened to meet this lady who my mom did her hair.
Right.
And she knew me as a 4-year-old in the craziest thing in the world. Craziest thing in the world. But I had to tell that story.
Did you keep in touch with a son at least?
Huh?
Do you still keep in touch
No,
with a son?
I didn't get any number or anything. I just but she's friends with one of my best friends' mother, so I could find her if I need. Well, his aunt. I could find her if I really search for her. But I was like, that's one of those times because I always try to figure out why I meet people.
Right.
And maybe I impacted this man. He might be the greatest engineer of all time or something. Turned out to be this great guy. That
I did that.
I did it. But anyway.
I got him now.
But Beautician's Day is your day today. It's Forgiveness Day, which is ironic with all this is going on. It's Forgiveness Day. It's gonna be tough. Give us a couple days for that.
Yeah.
It's National Canoe Day. You ever been in a canoe? Never been in a canoe? You been in a canoe? You been in a canoe before?
You been on a ride, not outside of that.
You haven't been in a literal canoe. Okay.
By myself, like with someone else.
Been in a kayak before? That's total. You been in a kayak?
Yes.
By yourself? You was by yourself? Is it wrong with the two? Anyway. It's a couple of birthdays today. Ariana Grande, happy birthday to you and your ponytail. 25 today. Derek Jeter is his birthday. Number 2, your birthday. He's turning 44 today. It's Michael Vick's birthday. Turned 38.
Still like Michael Vick.
2 up, 2 down. Shout out to Michael Vick. They're coming here. Gonna play at Fifth Third Stadium. They'll play their flag football, the American Flag Football League.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing against I can't remember what team he's playing against, but they're playing July 7th here in Atlanta. So we'll definitely report on that. Michael Vick turned 38. Iman Shumpert. That's funny. I just saw you perform here in Atlanta, and we just talked about Tiana Taylor. Your wife's album came out last Friday. It's your birthday. He turned 28. Happy birthday. Fat Trail turned 28. Fat Trail's he's a rapper from D.C. He is MMG, too. I think he is MMG. I think he originally was MMG. He's 28. Deron Williams, point guard, NBA point guard. Deron Williams turned 34 today. I don't know if he's going to be NBA point guard much longer. Shannon Sharp. I love Shannon Sharp. I listen to Shannon Sharp when I get out of here on Undisputed. He come on at 10 o'clock. He turned a big 5-0 today. So I'm very interested to see how he act on air tonight. He turned 50. He gonna act a fool. He love LeBron James. He find a way to get back to LeBron James. Anyway, Rudy Gobert, he turned 26. It's Tuesday, man. Happy birthday, y'all. It's Taco Tuesday. Go out and have some tacos. Enjoy yourself. And your cousin's birthday. What's your cousin?
Antonio Patman, a.k.a. Dupree.
Happy birthday, man. It's your birthday. We got to get ready to get out of here. It's almost 10 o'clock. So much to do. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning. We'll be back here. Remember, you can listen to us on mixcloud.com/morningcoffeeswig. Follow us on all social media platforms. Today, do it big.
Enjoy the taste of life. Take a drink, take a sip, take a swig, and we out.
Radio.